You can measure the size of an elephant. You can clock the speed of a cheetah, but you can't quantify the heart of a kings, queens, and in-betweens. Welcome to Dr. Boxing Talk. Stream starts now.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. If I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I make it rain, hey, I clear it out. Hey, I make it rain, hey, I clear it out. Hey, the champ is here. Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. You know we out here. We out here, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good, great, grand evening to y'all wonderful, beautiful people. Shout out to the kings and queens, my brothers and sisters, hermanos, mi hermanas, amigos, mi amigas, ladies and lads, brethren and sisters, and boys and girls, kings and queens, and everybody in between. Y'all know what time it is. The doctor's in the house. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Let's get right to it, man. Let's go, man. Another great night. The second night of the stream, man. Let's hit this roll call real quick. We got my boy, my brother, my dog, Oscar Perez in the building. Yes, Erski. We got my young bull, the young lion, the prince is in the building, man. Omari Thomas, what's good? Salutations, my guy. We got everything by John, man. Big salute to you, man. Salute, Primo. Hey, cousin. What's up, cousin? Salute me, Primo. Yes, sir, man. Got everything by John in the building. Yes, sir. We got Tommy in the building. Oh, yeah. Oh, we deep today on the early tip. Let's get right, man. God is good, ain't it? All the time. All the time, God is good, man. But, you know, before we get into the shenanigans, before we get into the show, you know, we always got to start off on the right foot. And there's no other way to start off on the right foot but then to thank God. You know what I'm saying? So please join me and bow your heads while we say this prayer and be thankful for the day that we get to see, the air that we get to breathe. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right to it. Let's get right to it, man. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for your blessings. We thank you for guiding us into this afternoon, or it's evening for me, but Some places afternoon, some places is late night. We just thank you for another day, another opportunity to be better, and not only be better, but also be better by focusing on praising your holy name, and trying to live our best way to be complimentary of your image, you know, because you give us a lot of talents, you know. Hopefully we use our talents to bless others, Lord. So you give us a lot of blessings, and hopefully we can use our blessings to bestow blessings and love and kindness on others, Lord. So let's please go out into the world and spread positivity as opposed to negativity. And a great way to be optimistic and positive is to stay strong in the faith, Lord. And even if we're going through something bad, if we're going through a low time as opposed to a high time, or a down time as opposed to an up time, or a sad time as opposed to a happy time, that is a perfect time for us to refocus and remember that we got to give you all the glory and thank you for even the bad times, because it could always be worse. It could always be better, but it could always be worse. But even in our weakest point, we are actually our strongest because we lean mostly on you. So we want to give you all the glory in everything that we do, and we pray for love, kindness, and generosity to prevail. We ask you to forgive us for our sins and just let us move forward in a positive fashion. In Jesus' name, amen. Also too, man, I also want to say let's do a 10 count real quick, man. Let's give a 10 count to show our respects for the legendary Manny Pacquiao, man. He lost his trainer, man. One of his trainer. I know you recognize him if you see him. You may not know him by name, but his name is trainer Jonathan Peñalosa. Jonathan Peñalosa was only 57 years old, man, and unfortunately he passed due to colon cancer, man. I think it was stage 4 colon cancer. So I want to just give a quick 10 count. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always pay our respects and how we do it best. Is the best way that we know how is to give him a 10 count when it comes to boxing, man. So please join me and bow your heads, and rest in peace to Pacquiao's trainer, Jonathan Peñalosa, man, 57 years old, to colon cancer. Yes, sir, man. Shout out to the Peñalosa family, man. Rest in peace to Jonathan Peñalosa, the late great trainer, man, of Manny Pacquiao. Rest in peace, and our sincerest condolences to the Peñalosa family and all his loved ones left behind. But yeah, let's get right to the video, man. I mean, get right to the video. Let's get right to the show. You know what I'm saying? To pick up the spirits a little bit, you know. Yeah, man, let's get it, man. We got Define Irony in the building. My Boricua brethren in the building. Big member in the building. We got my brother, my partner, my pal, my PIC, his partner in crime, my guy Ty Morissette in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything by John says facts, bro. Thank you, Lord, for the bad times. You right, man. Yes, sir, man. So, hey, sometimes we forget, man. We got to thank God for the bad times, too, because we've been bounced back. Everything by John, man. You lived through this life. I know you done seen through some bad times. You felt like you weren't going to make it, and you made it. And it wasn't just by your own, it was shout out to you for being courageous, shout out to you for never quitting, but it wasn't just, it was also, you know, compliments of the good Lord's intervention, you know, divine intervention, and keeping us strong and keeping us able, you know, and changing things in our lives and our circumstances. So don't ever get down when you're going through a bad time or a rough patch, you know, because that's just life, man. It's ups and downs, you know, ebbs and flows. You just got to keep going, and that's how you keep growing, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, it's testament to you for being strong and having fortitude and bouncing back, but we got to give all the glory to God, man, for real. It builds character, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. But we want them good times, too, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm due for some good times, you feel me? But we're going to reap in due season. But, yeah, man, so I was watching the open workout, man. Like I said, I get tired of talking about this, but I got to talk about it because they don't want to talk about it, man. They don't want to talk about it, man. They don't want to talk about it, so I'm obligated to talk about it. So, during the open workout, shout out to Arnold Barbosa. You know I'm rooting for Arnold Barbosa to beat Teofimo, but Teofimo, you know, that's a good fighter. I think Teofimo's going to win, but I'm rooting for Arnold Barbosa. But Arnold Barbosa I'm not gonna say he's the one that pissed me off, but he's the one that kind of made me, kind of took it over the top, and I was like, let me address it. You know, I wasn't gonna address it because let the commentators be goofy, but some of the commentators, like even Mike Coppinger went on there, he just for a brief time, he was like, man, Devin Haney looked good, and I was like, shout out to him. You know, he just gave all the fighters their flowers, you know, and even it said Ryan Garcia and stuff like that looks good in good spirits. I'm not mad at that, man. I don't hate the young man. I don't like him, but I don't hate him, man. If I hate somebody, then I'm just like them, you know, and I can't be like them because I'm me, you know what I'm saying, and same with us. So does Devin, so the commentators were saying, and Barbosa said that Devin Haney has some questions to answer, right? And Barbosa said he's going with Ramirez. No problem. Ramirez is your guy, you know, whatever. Y'all both with Golden Boy, so that's your partner them, you know, no problem. But he said that they asked about Ryan. He said, oh nah, man, he thinks Ryan got it, man. He likes Ryan, and Ryan is just a better fighter than Rolly. No problem. But then when he got to Devin Haney, he was like, yeah, Devin Haney looks good. He seems like a cool guy, but I'm going with Ramirez. And Devin Haney has some questions to answer. And I agree. Devin Haney has questions to answer. Of course, we got Dub in the building. My brother Dub in the building. Big member in the building. Yes, Devin Haney has some questions to answer. Anytime you get paws put on you like that in that fashion, you have questions to answer. And even though it was a no contest, even though the guy cheated, he still took punishment to his jaw, to his chin, and to his confidence and his mental. You know, anybody would, no matter how strong you are. Now, can he bounce back? That's what I'm looking forward to. Anytime somebody takes a beating, we want to see how they bounce back. Conor Benn included. And keep that in mind. I just put a little plug with Conor Benn because we're going to revisit Conor Benn. But Conor Benn included. I'm interested to see how he bounces back because that was a mean fight that he was just in. And he wasn't stopped or anything, but he took a bad beating, right? Tim Tszyu, I want to see how he bounced back after Backrama. We saw that against Joey Spencer, but he was a pedestrian, you know, mediocre at best, caliber fighter. No disrespect to American Joey Spencer, but he's not a world-class level competitor, right? So he's mediocre, right? So I think that didn't answer much for Tim Tszyu, but at least we know that he can at least still get the job done, right? So I don't mind you having questions. You're supposed to have questions. But let's go back to Conor Benn, right? In this fight with Conor Benn, Ty, can you please explain to me, Ty? When Conor Benn was about to fight Chris Eubank, we said Chris Eubank has some questions to answer because of the drainage and stuff like that, right? But didn't we also say that Conor Benn has some questions to answer because he's just coming off suspension, because he's not going to have PEDs in the system, because we want to see if the power stays with him like before, if he's the same type of fighter? We question that, bro. I watched the commentary. I watched the coverage. I watched how the media handled the Chris Eubank and Conor Benn situation, and that's no problem. You're supposed to have the questions, but when it comes to Ryan Garcia, he has no questions. Well, you're not worried about how he's gonna look now that he's off the Osterine, allegedly. We're not worried about that. That's not even a question. You don't even ponder that. It's just, oh, Ryan Garcia looked good and Devin Haney didn't. End of story. No, Ryan Garcia popped dirty. I'm interested to see how Ryan Garcia looks, because it's not just a given that Ryan Garcia is gonna look good, because Ryan Garcia has never been a champion. Jose Carlos Ramirez was a champion and an Olympian. Devin Haney was a champion and undisputed. Teofimo was a champion, not undisputed. They lied on that too, because when he came out for the workout, they called him undisputed. That's a lie. But anyway, he was close. He was close. But almost doesn't count. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to who else? Teofimo, Rolly Romero. He's a champion. Ryan Garcia was never a champion, so he has some questions to answer too. Why are we acting like it's just all good? Last time I checked, when Jarrell Big Baby Miller was coming off his suspension, we had some questions for him too, because he was coming off of PEDs. So how does Ryan Garcia not have questions? Ryan Garcia has questions to answer too. Now, his question marks may not be as big. It may not be as big as Devin Haney's, but it's a question mark now. You know, it might be a little question mark. It may not be a big question mark. Oh, but it's a question mark. I got some questions. Like, first of all, are you clean? Second of all, is that left hook still go hook? Third of all, how long you been on them things? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's questions, bro. What are we talking about, man? That just got on my nerves, man, because we just talked about Conor Benn this past weekend, and we had questions about Conor Benn's, you know, his how can you say, the caliber of fighter that he will be, if it will be the same, if it'll still be the same now he's off the PD. So there's questions. It's not all good. You know what I'm saying? But hey, shout out to my guy, Big Dog Willie, dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. Yes, sir. Turning me up 16 minutes into the stream, and we got some graffiti on the chat walls. Compliments of Big Dog Willie. Shout out to my guy, man. I saw you on the panel on Just Do Stream, man. Good stuff, man. He said, Doc, why did the Tank Maniacs put a hit out on me? Cause you be wildin', bro. You be wildin'. I told you, look, this is what you got to do, Big Dog Willie. You're a member of this channel. Drop the GTD chain, man, so they know you come in peace, bro. That's a universal sign of peace for Gervonta Tank Davis, Tankamaniacs, as you call him. You pull out the Gervonta Tank Davis chain, and then you good, bro. But see, right now, the way you acting and the way you operating, bro, you can't even make it home, bro. You got to be strapped. That's just your life, bro. That's your life that you live right now, bro. It comes with it, man. You're gonna bust some shots in the air, then please believe that the other people gonna pull out their thing too, and they ready to bust. You know what I'm saying? He said, how come the Blue Tank Maniacs put a hit on me? You know it don't bother me, man. You know I'm a big Tank fan, but that don't bother me. People keep it funky, man. I think Just Dude did a good job of doing that, and I think that you be poking the bear, but ain't nothing wrong with that. People, ain't nothing wrong with critiquing folks when they be ridiculous, and there's a lot of Tank fans that are ridiculous, but just like every other fan, you know, I always say there's a lot of Japataya fans that are ridiculous, a lot of Nyanwe fans that are ridiculous, a lot of whoever you can think of, Shakur fans that are ridiculous. So it just comes with the territory. He said, I really think the Jake Paul and hair grease criticism is making them go nuts. I love every moment. I know you love it, because see, you be you be trolling. But no, I don't think there's anything wrong with you putting their foot on the necks, because like I said, I'm a Tank fan. If he fights Jake Paul, I think that move would be trash.
Know your fucking place, trash.
And you know, shout out to my dog 2 Cents, man, boss lady. You know, she gonna tell you how she feel, and I respect her opinion. I respect your opinion, but that's one thing I do. You know, I think I do a very good job. If I could pat myself on the back for that, you know, I think I do a very good job of keeping it not just even keel for my demeanor, but also keeping it straight up the middle, man. Like, I wouldn't be okay with Tank fighting Jake Paul fighting anybody. Even when it was Canelo, you heard me, I said I don't want that fight. I don't want that fight with anybody. So I don't know who would be celebrating anybody getting in a Jake Paul fight. I disagree with that. But at the same time, like I said, when you are, that's the thing about being on the internet, right? If you are a Tank fan, you're probably gonna be around quite a few people that don't like Tank. And if you are the opposite, if you like Tank, you're gonna probably put yourself in a place where there's a lot of anti-Tank folks, you know, and that's vice versa. You know, if you're a Canelo fan, you're gonna go where the Benavidez fans congregate just so you can argue. A lot of people are prone to confrontation online, so I don't really experience any type of excessive amount of Tank love or Tank hate, because I'm not in those places. You know, I don't see an excessive amount of Shakur love or Shakur hate, because I'm not in those places. Of course, I see it when I'm on Twitter and stuff like that and around, or when I make a video, you know. But like I said, I told you, Big Dog Willie, I've been called a Tank hater. I've been called a Tank lover. I've been called a Shakur hater. I've been called a Shakur lover. I've been called a Ryan Garcia hater. I've been called a Ryan Garcia lover. I've been called a Devin Haney hater. Devin Haney lover. Ja Patai hater. Ja Patai lover. It is what it is, man. I've been called everything outside the book, and that's what reinforces to me that I am right up the middle, bro. I'm unbiased, because I'd be accused of liking and hating everybody. It's like they can't make up their mind. You know what I'm talking about? I've been called a Canelo hater and a Canelo lover. Like, I don't know. And am I lying, Oscar? I've been called a lover and a hater of every single fighter, but that's how I know I'm right up the middle, because that's how people are. If they agree with you, oh, you're unbiased. But if they disagree with you, you're biased. That's people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. Keep your foot on their necks, man. Keep your foot on their necks, man. Shout out to you for the love. I appreciate it, man. He said, let's see, he said, not only were the PEDs bad, but the racism and weird comments after they're really bad. Yeah, exactly, Tommy. That's why I don't like Ryan Garcia, because of the comments. You know, I can't get with that, man. And you know, like, I'm gonna be honest too, Tommy. There's people in this chat that I see that come to the channel that say some crazy stuff that are look like me, and some people that say some crazy stuff that don't look like me. But I just try to treat everybody how they act in this stream, because obviously I see some crazy stuff. I see some people say some crazy stuff pro-black people and anti-black people. I see some people say some crazy stuff pro-white people and anti-white people. I see some people say some crazy stuff pro-brown people and anti-brown people. So, and everything in between. So I just stay out of it. But yeah, but as far as Ryan Garcia, I can't like him, you know. He made it for me, the type of, you know, me representing what I am and what I stand for. It's impossible for me to like Ryan Garcia now. And I liked Ryan Garcia before. That, you know, I don't like anybody that is openly attacks any person based off of their nationality or complexion or religion or anything like that. So, you know, he did 2 of those things. So it's not just like, oh, it's a black thing. Like, shout out to my guy Oscar. Oscar got somebody out of here because he said some, I don't remember what he said, but he said some anti-brown people stuff, and I respect that, because I don't want my channel to be one of those channels to where we tolerate that. Now, I will say this though, if you're just saying something like about a fighter that, oh, you don't think somebody cheated or you don't think somebody's good, that's not, I don't care what your reason is. That's your business. But when you take it outside the realm of boxing and you attack somebody's person and their being based on how they were born, I can't rock with that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. He said, check your DM. Yes, sir. I got you, Ty. I got you. He said, Tank Maniacs were saying crazy this morning. This is what dude said, Tank can KO Caleb Plant. Yeah, you see, yeah. They need to bring brought back down to earth. Hey, you fight that fight. I can't fight that fight with you, bro. Because, yeah, I tried, man. Not just for, like I said, for any side of the spectrum, for whatever fighter. B-Dog in the building. My brother was good. Isaiah in the building. My guy was good. But yeah, I can't even fight that fight, man. I'm trying to learn to just let people, just even in my comments, just let people talk, because you can't convince them. You can bring all the facts in the world. It's like that saying, you could bring a horse to water, you can't force him to drink. You know what I'm saying? So I could give you all the facts. Hey, if you don't get it, you don't get it. Mike Mazik in the building. He said, you got called a hater for saying anyway hasn't fought anybody inside the top 5 rankings in the last 3 fights, and that's a fact, not an opinion. Thank you, Oscar. I'm an Inoue hater because I manipulated the rankings. So because I speak what is going on, I'm a hater. Like, so what do you want me to say? You want me to say that he's fighting mandatories and champions, even though he's undisputed, so he literally can't fight a champion in his weight class? But you want me to say that? No, I'm not going to say that for anybody. I told you when Tank fought Lamont Roach, I didn't like the fight. But when I compared it relative to other people's fights, I said, man, if you weren't complaining about this fight, don't complain about this fight. But I didn't like the Tank and Lamont Roach fight. As much as I like Tank, I wasn't intrigued by it. I thought it was a good fight because I respect all champions, including Lamont Roach. And I know Lamont Roach and Tank had a history, but I'm not going to, that's not a fight that I wanted. I want unifications. You feel me? But anyway, but it is what it is, man. You can't fight that battle, man. People gonna say what they want to say. Shout out to my guy Oscar. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I just say, he always told me, Doc, just say what you say. You can only help what you say. You can't control how people interpret it. And that is, you're a real one, fake, don't like real. Talk to him, Irony. I appreciate it, bro. Shout out to you. Okay, so let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. Let me in a way, Doug. No, yeah, oh, Dub, don't say that, please. I'm gonna get canceled. You know, please don't say that, because if I say that, oh boy, I'm gonna get canceled, bro. But yeah, so moving on to I think somebody brought up Eubank and Conor Ben earlier. This is a season of the rematch, in my opinion. I agree, Tom. You don't need to do that to sell fights. I don't think you need to do that to sell anything, but it is what it is, man. You know, people gonna mess up. You know, some people like B-Hop when he was stomping the flag of was it Felix Trinidad, was stomping the Puerto Rican flag. I thought that was distasteful, and I said that too back then. You know, me and my homies was talking about it. I was like, I know he's just trying to sell the fight, but I thought that was a bit much. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a bit over the top, and I honestly didn't like B-Hop for that a little bit. But at the same time, too, I think some people go overboard and make it seem like that's the worst thing that happened. You know, we've seen some bad stuff in boxing as well that doesn't erase what he did being bad, but sometimes people kind of over exaggerate, depends on what story they're trying to tell. But that was a distasteful moment. So especially if you're Puerto Rican, if you didn't like that gesture from B-Hop, I'm not mad at anybody that didn't like that gesture from B-Hop. You know what I'm saying? And there's some other gestures too, you know, that are kind of borderline that I don't feel like you need to, some lines you don't need to cross in order to sell the fight. But at the same time, hey, people want to see it, so it is what it is, man. And he said, don't remind me, Doc. He said, yeah. Yo, shout out to my guy Clone, my brother Clone in the building, big member in the building. But yeah, I mean, I'm saying so it's on all sides, you know, all sides. I just say don't pick and choose. Like, if you're gonna denounce one action, then denounce the other actions too. You know what I'm saying? So just try to be consistent. You know, and don't make up lies. If you overlook something, that's cool. But if you are blatantly doing it intentionally, I think that's kind of whack. But let's go on to Eubank versus Ben. Man, that was a great fight, man. I think I was talking about Eubank and Conor Ben. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Part 2's happening, man. We were talking about that this morning. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not just gonna say it's happening. I think it's definitely gonna happen. I think it's definitively gonna happen, man. I think it's already a done deal, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Eddie Hearn just came out and said they did 1 million buys, 1 million buys in the UK. Let me say that again. They did 1 million, not $1 million, 1 million buys in the UK.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's like that. So if Eddie Hearn's telling the truth, well, let me say it verbatim. He said nearly 1 million buys in the UK alone. So you know it. So he said it did over 1 million globally, obviously, right? So I'm not saying that I want that fight. In fact, I'm saying the contrary. I don't want that fight. I think this will be distasteful from a boxing standpoint, because I don't think that these two should be fighting each other because they're not in the same weight class. I respect weight classes, man, and the circumstances that both of them had to endure or subscribe to, I don't think is really conducive with competing at a high level in a combat sport that's all action and it's a pain game. I don't think it's conducive with doing that safely, in a safe manner, or as safe as you can be. So I don't really want them to fight again, but I think it's going to happen because of those numbers, man. Economically, I mean, who's going to turn down that bag? You know, the only way I think Chris Eubank Jr. would turn down that bag is if he somehow secured the Canelo fight, right? The face of boxing. So I really think that fight's going to happen, but I'm with B-Dog. I'm good on it too, but I think it was a great fight. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a great fight, but when I'm watching boxing, man, there's some fights, just move on, man, because that was a tough fight, you know, and your longevity is important. At least I would think so, you know what I'm saying? So I think that took years off their life, and it's going to take more years off their life. Shout out to Average Someone. Shout out to Average Someone, man. Big salute. Big member in the building. I want to say this again, man. Shout out to Average Someone. Average Someone made a bet with me in regards to who would win, Eubank or Ben, and he paid. And I'm not just saying that because he paid, but it's dope because I don't ever have to worry about him paying, you know, and that's rare on the internet because, you know, people will try to run off on the plug in real life, but especially on the internet, right? There's no reason for him to be accountable. It's just the man in him. So I respect that, man. So big salute to Average Someone, you know, one of the few people that I would actually bet online because he pays. He said, not sure if you answered already. Have you checked? Oh, the Hard Rock. I got you right now, my brother. I did not check it. You said the Hard Rock, right? But yeah, I think that the fight, it'll be in September, right? And I think that Isaiah said, yeah, they said the fight would be 4 months. Yeah, it'll be September, and it could be on the undercard. It could be mixed with the freaking Canelo and Crawford card. You know, I think that'd be dope. But like I said, I just don't like the fight, man. I think the idea of the fight is it's a little too much, man. A little too ridiculous. Like there's options for Chris Eubank at 168 or 160, and there's definitely options for Conor Benn at 147, man. So in my opinion, I don't think they should have it. And even Eddie Hearn said that he doesn't think they should have it. He's concerned about that rematch. And then even Oscar De La Hoya was concerned. If Oscar De La Hoya will be concerned, then you know something going on. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, I'm a little concerned for their welfare. But hey, it is what it is, man. Do I think it's gonna happen? Like I said, once I seen those metrics come out, yeah, I think it's gonna happen, my boy. I think it's gonna happen, man. Hard Rock bet. Let me see if I can find that bet. He said big Versace shirt for Coley. Shout out to my guy Dub in the building, dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter.
These biscuits
Yes, sir. He said big Versace shirt, Broccoli by Kale. Yes, sir. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that soon, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm not just saying it because I like cinnamon, man. You know I'm a cinnamon fan, but I think that card's pretty good, man. I know. I was in the what was it? What was today? Not the Grand. Was it the Grand Arrivals? Whatever it was today with Canelo and them. A lot of people complaining, man. Hey, to each his own. You know, if you don't like it, you don't like it. But man, I think that card's pretty good, man. I'm excited for Broccoli and Ajagba, man. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'm excited for Broccoli and Ajagba. I'm excited for Badu Jack and Noel McCain. I understand people not being excited about that because that is the cruiserweight division, right? That's not really a big excited. That's not really a division that garners that much attention or excitement. So I get it. But man, that's a championship fight. You got Broccoli and Ajagba. That's a great fight between two heavyweight contenders. Both. That's an all-African fight, you know what I'm saying? One representing the country of Nigeria, you know what I'm saying? Big up Nigeria. And another one representing the country of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Like, come on, man. That's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up the motherland. You know what I'm talking about? So one time for Democratic Republic, formerly known as Zaire, and one time for Nigeria, man. You know what I'm saying? That's part of me right there, man. Nigerian, you know, I'm Nigerian and Jamaican, so definitely big up Nigeria.
me blood clot.
Born in America, so shout out. I'm looking forward to that fight. And then not to mention, you know, Bruno Soros is trying to get revenge. Sorry, Jaime Munguia is trying to get revenge on Bruno Soros. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for that too, you know. So I don't know, man. I think this is pretty good, man. Skull look like he up. Skull look like he up to some. Oh Lord, say it ain't so. My boy Ty Moore said, Mr. Ty, dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter.
These biscuits
Yeah, man. I mean, I like it, bro. I like the card. But he said Skull look like he up to something. Hey, Skull look like he might be planning something, boy. I don't think it's gonna be successful, but he definitely look like he's scheming like French Montana and Drake. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the super chats, man. Don't forget to like the super chats as well, man. It encourages the support. We need that support. I agree. Canelo card is interesting. Yeah, super interesting. He said fire. The card with Canelo absolutely lit. Yeah, entire card. I didn't even mention it yesterday. Yeah, I think the card is dope. He said you're not gonna like this, but I got the head honcho from the Congo by stoppage. Hey, I'm right there with you. You know, I got Piccoli by stoppage too. You know me. I never try to let any type of affiliation or loyalty cloud my judgment. I think Piccoli's a better fighter. Like we saw Efe Jagba last time. He struggled with Guido Vianello, the Italian stallion. You know what I'm saying? So no disrespect to Guido Vianello, but if you can't beat Richard Torres Jr., I have no reason to think that he could hang anymore with like Piccoli's and guys like that. And so if he hung with Efe Jagba, then I think Piccoli's in a different league, and I think Piccoli beats Efe Jagba too. But I think it's gonna be a good fight, and it's gonna be motivating because now you fighting. You know what I'm saying? You trying to be the bad man. Efe Jagba's a bad man out of Nigeria. Piccoli's the bad man out of the Congo. They trying to determine who's the bad man on the continent. They're each bad men coming from their respective countries, but now they trying to figure out who the best in the continent. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big old continent, the biggest continent. You know, so that's a whole lot of ground to cover. So I think that's gonna be a good fight, man. But yeah. So Eubank, like I said, to put a bow on it, I think Eubank and Conor Ben Part 2, unfortunately, is happening. I'm saying unfortunate from a concern for their health standpoint, not from a excitement standpoint. That fight's gonna be good again, I think. But I think it's gonna be the same result. I think Chris Eubank is gonna win even. Well, I don't know if he's gonna win more clearly because I thought he won pretty clearly this first fight. I don't know if he's gonna win more clearly, but I think he's gonna win clearly again. So let's move on to the Canelo card. Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. Shout out to Ty bringing up Skull. Yeah, man, I think that people are overlooking Skull, man. I think it's disrespectful. I'm not saying Skull's gonna win, but once again, he's an undefeated champion, bro. IBF. If Canelo wins, he's undisputed again for the second time in 168-pound division. If Skull wins, he's undisputed for the first time ever. And people making it seem like he has no chance. I think he has a chance. I think it's a slim chance, but I'm not gonna say it's super slim, but it's a good enough chance. So I don't know, man. I just think that people are overlooking Skull, and it's crazy because if he loses, which I think he's gonna lose, people are gonna act like, oh yeah, we knew this was gonna happen, no matter how good he does, you know. So at least he could always put on a good showing for himself. But I think people are gonna just be like, oh yeah, I told you so. Canelo's gonna win. He had no business fighting him. Nah, that's a good fight, man. And then after that, so I'm looking forward to that. You know, I got Canelo winning, of course. After that, who is next? We got Efe Jagba, Martin Piccoli. I already covered that fight. I think that's a good fight. I got Piccoli by stoppage. I'm gonna say like 8th or 9th round stoppage. I can't stand Ty. This man Ty says Skull done schemed up how he's getting packed up. Come on, bro. Yo, come on, bro. He said Skull done schemed up how he's getting packed. Shout out to Ty, man. Did he tell me to check my DMs? Someone told me to check my DMs. Was it you, Ty? Hey. Hey, bro. Let him live. Let him live, Ty. Let him live. You already know what time it is, man. You already know what time it is, man. See, I didn't even see it, Ty. So I responded to your DM. I didn't even see it, and God probably protected me from it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, Ty. I did not even notice it. Just let him live, bro. But see, God protected me from it. I didn't even know. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of funny if that's what it is. But yeah, I don't trust it. But yeah, that's crazy, Ty. Shout out to my boy Ty. My boy Ty be on it, man. Gotta be a shooter, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, who else is on the card though? Badu Jack versus Noel McCain, man. It's a cruiserweight fight championship. WBC titles on the line, and it's going between a champion and a champion in recess, bro. That's a good fight as well. You know, like I said, I understand that these guys aren't high profile, but man, that's a good fight. You know, and I got Badu Jack beating Noel McCain. And then who else is after that, man? We got Brunello versus aka Bruno Saras, or Bruno Saras aka Brunello. He's going against Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia's switched his trainer. What is this, his third time? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is his 4th fight in a row where he switched trainers, right? Because first he had Eric Morales, then he went to Freddie Roach, right? And then he went back to Eric Morales, And now he's with Reynoso. Yeah, Jaime Munguia, man, he's not doing himself any favors, man. And shout out to Freddie Roach, Eric Morales, Eddie Reynoso. I'm not saying that any of them are bad trainers, but you got to find you a home, my boy. You can't keep switching trainers, bro. Whose philosophy are you gonna follow? Whose instructions are you gonna have embedded in your system to where you're operating off of reflexes? When you keep switching from trainer to trainer to trainer, now I'm thinking that you just doing what you want to do anyway. You might just go ahead and train yourself, bro, or come to me. I'll train your hell. If you just listen to anything for everybody, come on, bro. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. That just doesn't bode well, man. Like. I don't know, man. You just seem too anxious to switch trainers, and you know, to me, that just shows that you think it's. And I'm speculating now. I'm not saying that this is true, but when you keep switching trainers, to me, it's just indicative of you lacking a little bit of accountability. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Eric Morales is as good as Freddie Roach, or Freddie Roach is better than Eddie Reynoso, or Reynoso is the best or worse than those other guys. But what I'm saying is that you got to have some accountability, and you can't just think, oh, I'm good. It's because of my trainer. I'm not getting the right tutelage. You may not be Eric Morales. You may not be getting the right instruction for Eric Morales, but are you also not getting the right instruction for Freddie Roach? And then are you also not, if you lose, are you not going to be getting the right instruction for Reynoso? So at some point in time, you got to look within and be like, okay, bet that's on me. You know what I'm saying? It might be a little bit of Eric Morales failing me. It might be a little bit of Freddie Roach failing me. It may be a little bit of Reynoso failing me. But the majority of the blame got to go to you. That's why we love one-on-one sports, right? Because when it's one-on-one, you can't blame your point guard for missing the pass. You can't blame your shooting guard for missing a shot. You can't blame your center for not setting up a proper screen. It's on you at the end of the day, you know? Your trainer is definitely influential, and they're going to help you get the win or ensure you get the loss. But at the same time, man, I think Freddie Roach is a Hall of Fame trainer, right? And we know he's a Hall of Fame trainer. Reynoso is a Hall of Fame trainer as well. Eric Morales, he's a Hall of Fame fighter. So that doesn't mean that you're going to be a good trainer, but I find a very hard time that you can have an issue with all of them. So I think that I'm still going with, all that being said, I'm going with Jaime Munguia to enact revenge and bounce back. But if he doesn't, then, you know, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You know, you got to look within a little bit, man. It can't always be something else, you know. That's just my personal opinion, but that fight is also a fight that's on the Canelo card. That's also intriguing, but I get it, because the biggest fight that's, you know, the biggest card of this weekend to me, from an intrigue and excitement standpoint, is the one on Friday, which is Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, Devin Haney versus Jose Carlos Ramirez, and Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barbosa. You know, we're not even talking about the one on Sunday with Nayi Inoue versus Cardenas and Rafael Espinosa. I can't remember who he's fighting, but yeah, man. So this is some good fights, bro. We got a good weekend ahead of us. God is good as long as we are blessed to see it, and I'm excited, man. So yeah, man. So that was one rematch we covered with Eubank and Ben, but then we have another rematch potentially with Fundora and Tszyu, and then we got another rematch with Usyk and Dubois. I'm telling you, bro, season of the rematch, bro. That's why I put it there. It's a season of the rematch, man. So let's tackle the Fundora and Tszyu rematch. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not really interested in this. I think B-Dog said it earlier. I'm with B-Dog. I'm not really interested in it. He said it in regards to the Eubank and Ben rematch. I'm saying in regards to this one, I'm not really feeling this rematch. I think, not that I don't want to see it, but I think the timing is off. You know, I think that if it was going to happen, it should have happened immediately, as opposed to Tim Tszyu going to try to go hit the IBF route and get Bakram where he got slaughtered. I'm sorry. I just don't think, because it didn't happen immediately. I would have been cool if it happened immediately, because it was controversial result, right? Because we know that Tim Tszyu did sustain a horrific elbow to his head that severely impaired his vision and his energy levels, right? It drained him, right? He was bleeding profusely. So he had some reasons to not perform at his best. And that little small sample size, those first 2 rounds where he wasn't cut, I think he was winning. He managed to bust up Fundora's nose and his lip, right? He busted his lip, it broke his nose, or it bloodied his nose, I should say. I don't remember if it was broken, but he bloodied it. So he was successful in that small sample size. That doesn't mean he was going to win, but we know he was doing better, right? But shout out to Fundora. You can only win with what's in front of you. You can only engage what's in front of you, you know. So it's not his fault. It was an inadvertent elbow, and he did enough to win the fight, clearly, right? I think Tim Tszyu's team may have failed him, and the doctor may have failed him, and the ref may have, I ain't gonna say the ref, but you know, the doctor and his team may have failed him. Probably should have stopped it, you know, once he was bleeding like that profusely, but they didn't, and Fundora won. Now, because Tim Tszyu went, like I said, he moved forward and progressed without going for the immediate rematch. I don't remember if there was a reason why they didn't go for the immediate rematch, but anyway, they didn't. And he went for Bakram, and Bakram ran through him like shit through draws. I don't know how else to call it, man. He beat the hell out of Tim Tszyu in 3 rounds, you know, made it look quick and easy. So coming off of that loss, right, he bounced back against Joey Spencer, but does that, I don't know if that really justifies you getting a title shot off of beating Joey Spencer. I mean, you're 2-1 in your last 3 fights. Sorry, 1-2 in your last 3 fights. I just don't know if that's fair that you get a shot at the title, but it is what it is. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it now. I'm saying, like, is he the most deserving? You know what I'm saying? Relative to the other fighters, I don't know. I would have liked to see Fundora versus Virgil Ortiz. Hell, I would have liked to see Fundora versus Jesus Ramos. I think that's more justified. Fundora versus Serhiy Boachuk is more justified. I know Boachuk's fighting somebody. I can't remember. I saw that. But anyway, you know, I think that's more justified than this. So, I don't know, man. I don't really like it. I think the timing is off. I don't mind it. But again, I think the timing is off, man. I think that I think it's going to be a good fight. I don't know who wins this, man. I think this is up in the air for me. I'm going to revisit this and give my assessment and my prediction. But right now, I think it's kind of up in the air. But I will lean towards Fundora right now because Fundora looked good against Cordell Booker. You know, he said, to me, it makes more sense to see Tim Tszyu versus Keith Thurman. It makes way more sense to see Tim Tszyu versus Keith Thurman. Shout out to Bakram Murtazaliev. Bakram Murtazaliev out here calling out Keith Thurman. Yo, Bakram don't waste no time. He don't play no games. He ain't waiting for nobody. As soon as Fundora and gosh dang, Tim Tszyu was announced, Bakram went from calling out Fundora to calling out Keith Thurman. My boy wants some smoke now. So someone get my boy Bakram a fight, man. What are we doing? Get my boy Bakram a fight now. But yeah, so not only is that kind of crazy, right? With Fundora rematching Tim Tszyu, which is cool. But now, because he's rematching Tim Tszyu, he's forfeiting his belt, right? He's vacating his WBO belt because he's not satisfying his obligation to fight the mandatory, who was the young bull Xander Zayas, right? Xander Zayas now, because he's a mandatory, he's ranked #1. He's now fighting for a vacant title. And guess who he's fighting? Jorge Garcia Perez. Gosh dang, dog. I'm not going to lie, man. When I saw this, my heart went out to Charles Conwell, man. I'm going to tell you why. Charles Conwell, he's been hollering about a step-up fight, a title fight. He was so close. Can you imagine if Charles Conwell would have beat Jorge Garcia Perez? He lost by split decision, right? Which I think was the right decision. I watched the fight, and I thought Jorge Garcia Perez won. You know, it was a very close fight. Could have went either way, but I leaned towards Perez. I thought he did more, you know, to edge out those rounds. And I know people are going to complain, oh, Jorge Garcia Perez has 4 losses. Well, he's never been stopped. #1, all his 4 losses came by decision. And then #2, most importantly, just because he lost is not the end all be all. His road of redemption has been nice. He's on like an 8-fight win streak, literally. I'm not just saying 8 to pull it out the side of my neck. He's literally on the 8-fight win streak, bro. We don't believe in redeeming yourself? Like, what's wrong with that, bro? He getting a title shot after he beat the young bull and Charles Conwell. If Charles Conwell would have won, we would have got Xander Zayas versus Charles Conwell. Gosh. If Charles Conwell would have won, bro, we would have got Charles Conwell versus Xander Zayas.
Me blood clot.
Gosh dang it, Conwell. That would have been great, man. Can you imagine? That's why you always got to put your best foot forward, because you never know what opportunity lurks around the corner, man. My heart goes out to Charles Conwell, but at the same time, salute to Jorge Garcia Perez. He deserves a fight, and he's ranked #2 in the WBO, whether you agree with the rankings or not. It's ranked #1, Xander Zayas versus ranked #2, Jorge Garcia Perez. And they're fighting for a vacant title. That's how it works, bro, in boxing. So you could not like the fight, but it's not because Garcia Perez does not deserve it. It shouldn't be because you think that you think that Xander Zayas doesn't deserve it. But I will say this though, I've always been an advocate for giving Xander Zayas a little bit more time. And with this now, Xander Zayas, if he beats Perez, which I think he will, I think he's a favorite and he should be. If he beats Perez, he's gonna have a target on his back, and he's young, man. So I just think that he might be in a position where it might be a little too early, but hey, man, maybe he got a coming of age. He's not super young, like he's not like 17 or something, but I think he's young, and I think he needs more growth. But I think that this is I think this situation is beneficial to him, because I don't know if he was ready for Sebastian Fundora, but now at least he could fight for a vacant belt, and I do think he's ready for Jorge Garcia Perez. So it's a good thing that he could grow, and hopefully he stays dedicated, stay locked in, because if he wins, or if Garcia Perez wins, he gonna have a big old target on his back. Everybody gonna come out the woodworks to try to get that belt. So, you know what I'm saying? This might be good. He could definitely turn it into something great. Shout out to my guy Ty Morissette, man. Dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. Yes, sir. My guy Ty Morissette say, sources say Tim Tszyu will be back in camp with The Rock. He said he gonna be back in camp with The Rock.
Shut up, bitch.
He gonna be with Dwayne Johnson, bro. Chill, bro. He say sources say Tim Tszyu will be back in camp with The Rock, perfecting the special technique known as the the Aussie elbow, a variation of the people's elbow.
Shut up, bitch.
Bro, chill out, bro. And he gonna need all them elbows. He might elbow Sebastian Fundora back. Facts. Shout out to my guy Ty, man. Always come with the jokes and the gosh dang colorful commentary. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. Hey, he might need it, man, because I don't know. You know, hey, shout out to Tim Tszyu, but it's gonna be a tough one. It's not gonna be easy. Oh, shout out to Average Someone. If you are here, Average, you can bet right now. You said you wanted to bet on who again? Did you say? I don't remember who you said, but the bets are open. Yeah, I got Alvarez versus Skull. I don't remember who you said you wanted to bet on, but they're there. I even see Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. So the bets are there, Average. So let me know how much and who you want to bet on, and I got you, bro. But I also want to show this, man. This just came in. Apparently, Bill Haney, because I'm not watching the open workouts anymore. The open workouts are going on right now. Apparently, Bill Haney and Team Ryan Garcia got into it. So let's check it out, man. It's my first time watching it. Let's check it out. I shouldn't get copyrighted for this, right? I mean, it's on Twitter, right? It's on tweets. So let's check it out, man. Let's check out what's going on the Twitterverse.
You look like a set of balls. That's what you look like. Yeah, I know. It don't look good. John, it don't look good.
You look like a set of what? He said you look like what?
You look like my balls. You look like a set of balls.
He said you look like my balls? Wait, did he say you look like my balls?
You look like my balls. You look like a set of balls.
He said you look like my balls. You look like a set of balls. Hey, come on, bro. What we doing, Bill? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, if Bill don't be doing nothing, man, he be holding it down for his people, man. Shout out to Bill, man. And hey, man, this is gonna be a good fight. If we can get the rematch, you know, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes, man. Bill will pull up. That's one thing I gotta say about Bill. Bill will definitely pull up, man. He said you look like my balls. You look like a set of balls. That's a pause, man. That's a pause, Bill. Come on now.
No, did it?
Yeah, no, we gonna have to pause that. We gonna definitely pause that. That's crazy. But yeah, man, shout out to Bill Haney, man. Shout out to everybody out there, you know what I'm saying? All the fighters out there, you know. Some more than others, shout out to them, but you know. But yeah, man, so I think that with Xander Zayas getting this vacant belt, man, he got to be careful. I like Xander Zayas. I think he should get a little more time. I said the same thing about Floyd Kid Austin Schofield. I think that I didn't like the way he went about potentially getting more time against Shakur Stevenson. But I did think that was a little bit too early, and him and Xander Zayas are about the same age. They are the same age. I think Xander Zayas might be slightly like a couple months older or something like that. And they're both highly ranked young lions. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it'll be better for them to get a couple more fights before they go for a championship title run. But it is what it is. Hey, man, you ready? You want the smoke? Go get it. So I salute them as well, because that pressure could bust pipes, but that pressure could also make diamonds. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we'll make a diamond out of Xander Zayas and Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, as long as he builds up his reputation and gets rid of his pops. You know what I'm saying? Or his auntie, whatever you want to call him, you know? So speaking of another rematch, we got another rematch between Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Daniel Dynamite Dubois. You know, we're gonna see this fight, man, and I'm looking forward to this, man. I got it's hard for me to go against Usyk, man. I think I got Usyk as high as I am on Dubois, as much momentum as he has behind him right now. If he's gonna beat Usyk, this is the time he's gonna do it, right? So if I wouldn't be surprised if Dubois wins, but right now I got to go with Usyk, man. Like I said, he's 2-time undisputed and undefeated while doing it, just like Terrence Bud Crawford and Naya Inoue. So it's hard for me to see somebody in or around their weight beating them. You know, especially somebody that Usyk already beat. But if Dubois can land that infamous body shot and then not get called low this time, maybe we'll see. You know what I'm saying? But I think the smart money will be on Usyk. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I see a lot of people trying to make Dubois out like he's a villain because he did some premeditated push. I think they were both in on it. I think it was rehearsed or recited or requested by Usyk, and they laughed about it. There's no reason to demonize or villainize a fighter, bro. Just say that you're going for Usyk, and that's okay. Or say you're going for Dubois, and that's okay. You don't have to make it bigger than what it is or make it something that it's not. It's not a fight for righteousness. It's not a fight for your nationality. It's not a fight for superiority. It's a fight or race superiority or ethnicity superiority or culture superiority. It's a fight between two men that you probably don't know with your goofy behind. I know you're a groupie. I know. I seen your posts. You a groupie. It's okay. Just go for the other person, bro. It doesn't have to make it seem like it's some type of war for gosh dang freedom or something, or liberty or something. No, it's just a fight between two men. May the best man win. And if you're going for somebody, root for him. But you don't have to make it seem like, oh, Daniel Dubois is just some monster or some guy that you have some altruistic reason to go for Daniel Dubois because he's some sinister diabolical being. No, bro, he's just a fighter on the other side. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Daniel Dubois. I would love for Daniel Dubois to win. I ain't gonna lie, because Daniel Dubois, I feel like with Usyk on his way out, it might be better for the heavyweight division in boxing and period if Daniel Dubois wins. But just given the history, you know, it's called the UK and it's not United Kingdom, it's Usyk Kingdom. Usyk is like the boogeyman in the UK. So I think that Usyk is going to win. And then, you know, according to some reports, I saw that he said Usyk, I read the transcript. Now, I didn't see the whole interview, but he said he only has about 2 more fights left. And he said his last 2 fights is going to be a Dubois rematch and potentially an AJ rematch or a Fury rematch. And I'm not going to lie, an AJ or a Fury rematch would be trash.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Like, why would you fight AJ or Fury? But you know why? That's how I know conclusively that AJ and Fury are going to fight, because he set it up for him to fight Dubois, and then if he beats Dubois, he's going to fight the winner of AJ and Fury, and that'd be a trilogy. If Fury wins, it'll be a trilogy with him and Usyk. If Anthony Joshua wins, it'll be a trilogy between him and Anthony Joshua. And the reason why I say that, a lot of people are going to say, oh, that fight's good and it's intriguing. The reason why I say that fight is bullshit.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit!
The reason why I think that fight would be bullcrap, because I'm tired of seeing trilogies that are unwarranted. If you have it a trilogy and this one person won the first 2 fights, I think that trilogy is
Bullshit! Bullshit! Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit!
I'm sorry, bro. Like, I don't care. If the same person won the first 2 fights, why are we having a trilogy? Why did Tyson Fury fight Derek Chisora 3 times? He won all 3 times. Why? Why, bro? So why do we need to see AJ and Usyk again? It's going to be the same thing, bro. The first time he won by unanimous decision. Second time he won by split decision. I guess the third time he won by majority decision. We don't need to see Fury and Usyk again either. Usyk already beat Fury twice, bro. Like, I mean, you know, then now you just dragging it, man. Like, let that thing go, man. I'd much rather see Usyk fight Ajit Kabayel. You see what I'm saying? Or somebody like that, or maybe fight Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying? But something. Even if he has an easier time beating Joseph Parker or Ajit Kabayel than he does beating Fury or AJ, it's the fact that I've seen it already, bro. Switch it up. Switch it up for me. You know what I'm saying? I love trilogies, but if it makes sense, if you have a draw and then one person wins, then you have a trilogy to put a closing to it. Or if you have one person wins the first one, like Beterbiev, the other person wins the second one, like Bivol, then you have a trilogy, close a chapter, you know. And what was a draw? Triple G and Canelo, right? The first one was a draw. They had a rematch. Canelo won. Then they have a trilogy. Okay. But don't give me a trilogy when Katie Taylor won the first 2 fights. Don't give me a trilogy where Tyson Fury beat Derek Chisora the first 2 fights. Don't give me a trilogy with Oleksandr Usyk beat AJ and Fury the first 2 fights. I don't need that. Give me something else, man. Give me Usyk versus Kabayel. Give me Usyk versus I don't know, Joseph Parker. Give me Usyk versus the winner of Bakoli and the Jagba. Give me Usyk versus something. Moses Atama, hell, I'll take him. Gosh dang. Stop playing, bro. Like, stop it, man. Not trying to see that, bro. That's dragging it, bro. He said Xander fighting the guy that beat Conwell. Yes, Irony. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy Irony, said hit them likes. Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy Dub, says hit the like button. The likes are low, man. They always low for me. And they be liking to hear me, man, so they can go and repeat what I said somewhere else and don't want to give me no credit. Man, hit the like button or hit the dislike. Just do something. You know what I'm saying? Don't just sit there and do nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Do something. If you gonna hate. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's if I got some haters, I'm good too. You know what I'm saying? I'm still cooking. You feel me? so if you go hate, go ahead, hit the dislike, hit something. Don't just sit there and do nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Do something with it. You feel me? But yeah, man. So yeah. Jorge Garcia Perez is a guy that beat Conwell. Yes, sir. By split decision. On this one, I agree. Doc, makes no sense for Usyk if he beat them both twice. Yes, bro. It makes no sense, bro. Give me something else. Hell, go to cruiserweight to fight Ja Pataya. Do something. I don't want to see you and AJ again or you and Fury again. I'm sorry. I just don't. I'd rather see AJ and Fury fight each other twice than see one of them go fight Usyk for the third time. Like, we already know how the story ends. Like, stop it. You know, that's just my personal opinion on it, though. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. If you feel differently, that's cool. I just don't want to see no trilogy between Usyk and Fury or Usyk and AJ. Don't want to see it. I'm good. But next up, man, this is some good news right here, chat. Well, let's start off with the bad news, and then we get the potential bad news. Potentially Fabio Wardley and Jarrell Baby Miller is called off. I don't know why. I just saw the headline, saw it a couple places. I'm not sure if it's true, but those are some rumors that are circulating around the boxing airwaves, you know, that fight might be called off. Unfortunately, I was kind of looking forward to that fight, man. But yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal, but I was looking forward to it. Like I said, it's not. I haven't found it from a source that I deem too reputable. I'm not going to say, so that's why I'm not confirming it. But yeah, there's some rumors circulating around. So, but yeah, I'm gonna open up the Discord, man. If anybody wants to join, you can pull up. But the last news that I was gonna say today is that this is the good news. That was the bad news. Let's get the good news. Yeah, that's what's being rumored. You know, like I said, I don't know if it's true, Irony. I'm just saying I haven't seen it confirmed by a reputable source a source that I consider that I know is reputable. I'm not saying that the source that I seen it was not reputable, but I don't know them to be reputable. It's not one of the sources that I trust. So that's all I'm saying. Boys, what's good? So this is a good news, man. Nah, this is also not finalized, but it's coming from Dan Rafael. And like or hate Dan Rafael, like or dislike, hate's too strong of a word. Like or dislike Dan Rafael, he's a reputable source. You know what I'm saying? You know, he has reported that it's not finalized, but it is rumored, and it's almost, no, not rumored, it's almost set that, I already dropped this news, that Bam Rodriguez could be fighting Fumuledi Cafu. But the banger is that it could also be sharing the card with, gosh dang, Diego Pacheco or Trevor McCumbee. And I know that's not like super huge, big, colossal, gargantuan news, but I still think that news is pretty much fire. I think as much as I'd rather see Irony, I just read Irony's name in the chat. As much as I'd rather see Diego Pacheco versus Christian and Billy, and I tend to blame Pacheco more. I'm not gonna call him a duck, but if you want to call Pacheco a duck for not fighting Christian and Billy, I'm not gonna defend him because this is the second time that he pulled out, so it definitely looks like a duck. So yeah, I'm not saying it is, but if somebody wants to call it that, feel free to go right at it. So I'd rather see Diego Pacheco or Christian and Billy, but I think Diego Pacheco, Trevor McCumbee, that's a good fight too, especially if it could be featured on the Bam Rodriguez and Fumuledi Cafu. Those of you unfamiliar with Fumuledi Cafu and Bam Rodriguez, I'm sure you know Bam Rodriguez, right? The American fighter. He fights at 115 junior bantamweight, and he's undefeated, and he has a WBC belt. Well, Fumuledi Cafu is also undefeated, and he also fights at the junior bantamweight division at 115, and he's a South African fighter, and he has the WBA belt or WBO belt, I believe he has the WBO. Yeah, I think Puma Martinez has the WBA, and the IBF is vacant, right? Because Puma Martinez had the WBA and the IBF, and then he vacated it to go fight what's my guy's name for the second time? A rematch with Kazuta Ioka. And then so now Fumuledi Cafu, South African undefeated fighters fighting Bam Rodriguez, man. That's gonna be a good one, man. I got Bam Rodriguez winning, but it's gonna be a good one, man. I just think Fumuledi Cafu doesn't have the punch He doesn't have the punching power to keep Bam Rodriguez off him. He has the skill. I think he's skillful, but I don't think he has a power explosiveness to hang with Bam Rodriguez. So, but that's gonna be a good fight, man. Yes, sir. But now I'm about to join the Discord. Give me a quick second. Let me run this ad real quick. Let me go check on my dog, and then I'm gonna hop in the Discord, man. I'll be right back. Let me run this ad.
Yo, Doc here from your favorite boxing channel, Dr. Boxing Talk. And I want to officially welcome you as a member to the Boxing Talk family, aka BTF. So I want to thank you. Your support is greatly appreciated, and this channel is nothing without you. So what do you get? Well, there's a multitude of perks that you get access to, like special member shoutouts when you enter the chat, and some other additional alerts. Not to mention these fire emojis. Yeah, access to emojis like the WOAT, the GOAT, the face of boxing, the legend, the Ayo, and the No Diddy. Not to mention, you know, the GTD chain. You got to bring them out, and it wouldn't be the same if we forgot about these biscuits and so many more. Not to mention, if you subscribe to some of the highest tier levels, you get to do things like pick the topic of discussion, and you get to have your very own emote. Yes, your ugly mug will be featured on the channel by yours truly. It's just another way for me to give back to my most loyal supporters. And of course, there's even more additional perks than that. But most importantly, you'll get the satisfaction of knowing you're a key, essential, imperative part to keep us going and growing. You know, we get the hustle off the muscle. So it's important that we rock together, you know? And remember, God is good all the time, and God is good. And you know that we prioritize facts over feelings, so that's why you rock with us. So big salute from Dr. Boxing Talk, and yeah, can't wait to see you in the next stream. Thank you for the support.
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. If I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
All right, we back at it, baby. We back at it, man. Yes, sir. So I'm gonna open up the panel. Anybody want to pull up? You could pull up, man. Let's talk this boxing, bro. He said Eddie been getting cooked on X for a couple days now, bro. They been going in on Eddie. I would like to see Steven Nelson fight Trevor. Ooh, Steven So-Called Nelson versus Trevor McCumbee. That'd be a good fight too. I wouldn't be mad at that. I would not be mad at that. This commercial is lit though. You rock with it, Dub. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Doc be hiding his. Hiding my manga sticker is crazy, bro. Hey, yo, come on, man. Hiding my manga sticker is wild. We gonna get Trevor McCumbee on the interview, man. I'm gonna reach out to Trevor McCumbee and I'm gonna tell him to wear his manga hat. I say that'll really get some of my people excited. You feel me? We gonna hit up Trevor McCumbee, man. Tell him that if he hops on this channel as an interview, it's a requirement. Head ass. Oh man. Yes, sir. I see my boy Ty in the back, man. About to pull him up. Bring him out. It's hard to yell when that barrel's in your mouth. The commercial, bro, nice. I appreciate it, man. He said, nice whip. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, that's my little truck, man. That was a graduation gift to myself when I was when I got my master's and committed to my PhD. Cause I was gonna go work, and you know, I was like, all right, bet if I don't go work, then I'm at least give me a whip, you know. I had my Durango since freaking high school. It was old, boy, but I was working on it. That's how I learned to work on the car. Yep. Oh, Ty, shout out to my guy Ty, man. Yes, sir. What up, brethren?
Yo.
Yes, sir. Hey, I just saw what you posted in the Discord. I talked about this yesterday. You probably were at work or something, but yeah, I read that online. I mean on stream during the live, bro. That your brother Eddie Hearn went in on Billy Nelson. That joke had me crying,
like,
bro.
Oh,
yes, bro.
I didn't see that. Billy was on it because he arguing with somebody right now.
Eddie or Billy?
Eddie.
Eddie And he be going in, bro. Yeah, Billy Nelson. I think he deserved it, man. It's like, bro, I'm not saying you can't have an opinion, but you definitely said Bacoli in there naked. You know, shout out to Bacoli, you know, who's going to turn down the opportunity to get a big bag. So I'm not mad at it, but you can't do that and then also critique Eddie Hearn. Like, come on, bro. For the Eubanks.
I'm not sure if this guy is a content creator or a media outlet in the UK, but he's arguing with the proper.
Oh. The proper. That's that's
The
UK
proper.
guy. Yeah, that's you guy. Proper. PROPA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not sure if he's a content creator.
he is a
or
content
like,
creator.
oh, all right.
Yeah, he's a content creator. He's pretty big too, because I watch him sometimes. I haven't seen him in a little minute. But sometimes he'll have some good topics that I'll check him out. Yeah, he's an English content creator. He's a big one. Yeah.
He basically said Eddie over there building a proper shit house.
Oh, I gotta look into that. What's it on Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, proper. Yeah, he's pretty big on
Space.
YouTube.
They're like in the Twitter Spaces right now.
I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched a couple of his videos, man. Proper boxer. Let me tell you how many followers he got. Yeah, he got 154K subscribers. He dropped It Just Got Messy. Has 147,000 views. Yeah, he be doing this thing, man. Yeah,
He on Eddie Head Top.
He be on Eddie Head Top. It's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Yep. He said, "Dub, I don't know. Trump tried to bankrupt the U.S." Hey, man. Shout out to my guy Chloe in the building. But yeah, man, what you think about this? In the news with Xander Zayas and Jorge Garcia Perez, man. You think Xander gonna be a new champ, man? WBO on the way?
I think so.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Part of me feels like had Charles Conwell won, I feel like Oscar would have did something to not allow him to be in that fight because he don't believe in sending his guys across the street like that.
And you know what's crazy?
He ain't paying for it.
Yeah, when I said that, I was thinking about that too. I was like, man, you know, even if Charles Conwell feels like that, that might not be the reality because, yeah, I agree with you, man. It's like there's no guarantee he would have got it, but man, I was thinking about that too because of Oscar. I don't know if he would have did that, but I'm interested to see what Charles Conwell's next. Say it again.
Unless Big Turk come through with the bag.
Hey. Yeah, but it's just like, guys, dang, we could have got Charles Conwell potentially, hypothetically, could have got Charles Conwell the freaking Xander Zayas, man. That would have been crazy.
Yeah,
that would have been crazy.
That definitely would have been a barn burner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, what's good, Oster? Big member in the building. Yes, sir, man. I'm thinking too, what I was gonna do. I was gonna give you well, I'll tell you off stream anyway. But what you think about this Usyk and Dubois match, man? And what do you think about him potentially fighting this be a second to his last fight? And then him getting the trilogy between the AJ and Fury winner.
In regards to Usyk, I think we already talked about this to a degree. I think we already seen him winding down. It's only a few fights for him that makes sense left anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
Mark out Dubois one more time.
Yep.
And the last one is a question mark.
Mm-hmm.
But for Dubois, what happens if he wins?
Hey. I guess he gonna fight probably Caballero or Parker. I mean, well, probably Parker. Not Parker for sure. It's WBO.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think me personally, and no, I think Usyk's gonna win. I don't really have a horse in this race because I like them both. But man, I think it's better for boxing if Dubois wins. I think there's just more intriguing options for Dubois. And the reason why I asked about the trilogy between the Fury AJ winners because that's what Usyk said. Usyk said that he's just talking, right? He could change his mind. But that may just be how he feels right now. But he said that he thinks he only has 2 fights left. He said this fight with Dubois and then the trilogy with the winner of with AJ or he didn't say the winner of AJ Fury. He said a trilogy with AJ or Fury. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that, man. But you know, I'm gonna watch it.
Make them dudes fight.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely gonna watch
Get
it.
in position.
Yeah, I just ain't trying to see no gosh dang trilogy, man. I don't know. I'm so sick of these unwarranted trilogies, man. And it's so crazy because people be okay with that, but they don't want to see Bivol and Beterbiev. Like that's a trilogy I want. Like that's a trilogy I need. But the other other ones, man, they could keep that, man. He said,
"If they just talking about like a candid, hey, I'm gonna fight this guy." Nah, I could see if they were in position. I'm like, maybe I'll watch it.
Right, and it's like if he wins, I guess he'll vacate because if he's talking about ending it with like let's say that he's being serious, he's not just like just talking. Then I mean, the only way he can fight the trilogy, the winner of that, is if he vacates the WBO. So maybe he just wants to, and if he only has 2 fights anyway, like you said, you know, if he's riding off as a sunset, I mean, vacate everything. It don't matter. You know, you already set yourself in, you know, your name is stone, getting 2 times undisputed. Well, 3 times, but 2 times in 1 division. 3-time undisputed, but but across 2 divisions. So I mean, yeah, I guess it don't really matter about the belts at that point. He says, "Is Triple D from the UK?" Yes. If the answer is yes, we know who.
He packed up.
Yeah, he packed up, man. He packed up, man. Facts, Oscar. Xander can move a certain way now because of the duck. He has options. He could get unified at the 160. Ooh, he could get unified, then move to 160. Ooh. If Xander wins, how y'all see him against the top 7 of the WBO? Let me go look at who's the top 7 of the WBO. I don't know off the top of my head. I know Jorge Perez is number 1. I mean, number 2. Xander's number 1. After that, I think number 3 is Tim Tszyu, right? I think 3 might be Tim Tszyu.
Yeah, let me be the one Tim Tszyu real quick.
Oh yeah, see, I'm not tripping. Yep, number 3 is. Let's look at it. Oh, he I don't know. I think he kind of beats Tim Tszyu. But I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so Sebastian Fundora, interim is Bud. Number 1, Xander Zayas. Number 2 is Jorge Perez. 3, Tim Tszyu. I think he does very well. Josh Kelly, I think he does very well. Ardra Holmes. Now that's going to be interesting. We'll see if he beats Erickson Hammer. Excuse me, Erickson Hammer Lubin. Number 6 is Sergey Boychuk. That's a great fight. Number 7, I got Jesus Ramos beating Xander right now. Maybe not in a couple fights, but right now, I got Jesus Ramos. Number 8, bro, 154 is hot, bro. Number 8 is Israel Madrimov. Number 9 is Charles Conwell. Number 10 is Keith Thurman. That WBO, I mean, I'm not saying that these guys are top guys, but these are guys that, hey, any given Sunday, you could lose to one of these fools.
It seemed like the 2 guys behind them are beatable. But when you get to Erickson Lubin on down, that's where it's like, all right, that's a problem coming down the road.
Exactly. Well, not Erickson Lubin, Ardra Holmes. I brought up Erickson Lubin because I said he's fighting Erickson Lubin. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Lubin's not in the WBO for some reason. Yeah, he's not in WBO. Let's see where he's at. Yeah, he's not in the WBC either. Guy's name. He's in the box side. What's up with my boy Lubin, bro? Okay, no, he's number 3 in the IBF. Yeah, that's true. You're right. But he's number 3 in the IBF though. He's just not ranked in the WBA, WBC, or WBO. Number 3 in the IBF.
Tell PBC spend some money.
I'm telling you, bro. Get my boy the Hammer Lubin in there, man. But yeah, I think those are winnable fights, but I don't think any of them are easy. Like, no disrespect to Tim Tszyu, but I think Xander Zayas kind of, like I said, I got to see something for Tim Tszyu, man. I'm just not convinced from beating Joey Spencer. I still think he could bounce back, but I don't know. What'd you say, Ty?
I was laughing because a year ago,
I know.
he was the butter on the bread.
I know, bro. Now I gotta see, man. I gotta see. If he beats Fundora, then we back, baby. I ain't gonna say he's number 1, number 2, or number 3, but he gonna be up there again. But I don't know, man.
He beat another dude that was a pack out on layaway.
That's true. Because we can't forget Fundora did get smoked by Mendoza. Brian Mendoza. But man, I still believe in Tim Tszyu, but definitely my confidence has been shaken. You know what I'm saying? As far as believing in him as much as I used to. I was high on Tim Tszyu. That's a fact. That is a fact, man. Hey, Baccarat came in there and changed his life. Baccarat came in there and changed his life, man. What'd you say?
Oh, I seen Pugilism's comment. I seen him in that movie.
Oh, anyone catch Usyk in the Mark Kerr movie featuring The Rock? Nah. I knew Usyk was in the movie though because when it first came out, I talked about it with him and The Rock, but I didn't see the movie. No.
Isn't it looking crazy?
he had it was a big role, or it was like a cameo type joint.
I don't want to say a cameo, but it was. I mean, he was there.
Decent. Okay. Was the movie good? Nah.
Not to my liking.
I feel you. I need to go see Sinners, man. That's what I need to go see.
You gotta watch that with your thinking cap on.
Oh, you seen it?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, man. I gotta tighten up. All my partners done seen it already.
It's either going to be really good to you, or it's going to be like all over the place in a sense if you not paying attention.
Yep, that's what my homeboy said. My homeboy was like, I got one homeboy that's seen it 3 times already. I got another homeboy who said it was all right. My homeboy said, he said it was good, but he said, I've been hearing so much about it, I expected to see it and come out a vampire. He said that's how good he he said he expected it to change his life. He said it was good though. He said it's definitely worth the watch, but it wasn't all that. He said it was overhyped.
I'm gonna say overhyped.
I'm gonna be crying, bro. That man said I expected to watch it and come out a vampire. Hey yo, Dr. Bates, that's my guy, man. He said didn't even recognize The Rock. More serious. Okay. He said I effed with him 2 back-to-back. Then you beat a cab driver. Okay, Timmy, play with the top tier if you are. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He said Tim is done. Oh, no, I ain't gonna say he's done. But he definitely yeah, he gotta show me something.
Man, Tim cooked like fish out the fry.
My boy said Tim cooked. Pack him up. Nah, man.
Oscar in the back, I think.
Oscar, appreciate it, bro. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My guy, what it do?
Man, Xander Zayas ain't beating no Ramos. Get out of here.
He ain't beating Ramos?
Not right now. Not right now.
I feel that.
We got Fundora. You know, I'm not too mad at Fundora. Because either he don't believe in himself, like he can, because he was right there, bro. It's like he was right there. Tim Tszyu was nowhere near getting that rematch. But I am mad at his promoter that said everybody. Who's everybody? Last time I checked, I didn't give a damn about this fight.
Yeah, Samson Lukowicz was wild. Shout out to him talking about everybody. Everybody. Who? Where? Come on, man.
Who, where, and when?
Yeah.
That shit trash.
Ain't nobody looking out for that fight. Not right now, you know. And shout out to PPP Striping. He's saying that Tim can win a rematch. Yeah, of course he can win. That's not the discussion. You know, I think he can win. I think he's a capable fighter. And Sebastian Fundora, you know, he's been knocked out by Brian Mendoza. He's been touched before, but it's just to me, I think there's more deserving fighters right now. And I like Tim Tszyu, but it's just, you know, he lost to Sebastian Fundora. Like I said, it was unfortunate circumstances, but he did lose, and then he got smoked by Bakram Murtazaliev. And then he came back and beat Joey Spencer, which is the
smoke.
Yeah, you got smoked by Bakram.
No, the Heat got smoked. This guy got destroyed, and now he got ran through like shit through draws.
Facts.
He got no. Smoke. That's the Heat yesterday. That's smoke.
That's crazy. Come on, bro. Why you gotta talk about old stuff, man? Why you talking about the Heat, man? It's a boxing stream, man. Why you talking about the basketball, bro? We don't talk about basketball this stream, man. You know what I'm saying? Not until next year. No, I'm playing. But no, you're right though. But I just think Joey Spencer, no disrespect to Joey Spencer, the American fighter, you know, but I do think that he's not really considered a world-class fighter. So in my personal opinion, I think it's not really fair to other fighters that a Joey Spencer gets you back into title. It can get you back in title contention, but get you back in a title shot. I don't know about that. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Tim Tszyu could definitely win, of course. Like I said, I still believe in Tim Tszyu. I don't believe in him as much as I used to, but I still believe in him, of course. We don't give up on fighters around here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ty. Ty didn't believe in Tim Tszyu in the first place. That's why he's not changing his stance, and that's why he's on my head top about it. Because I was saying Tim Tszyu was 1, 2, or 3 in the division, top 3.
I said that too. But I would say, like, yeah, it's one thing to earn your way back, like Ramos, because Ramos lost to Lubin, a less caliber opponent than Fundora. But Ramos, then, like, he's been going through a couple fights, and he's been looking good. He's been jumping up in weight, coming back. But Tim still hasn't even, like, tested himself.
That's a good point, man.
Like,
yeah.
Now he's in contention. He's not even a title shot worthy opponent. He's back in contention.
Yeah, and exactly. That's how. Yeah, I feel like he's back in contention. I'm not sure about him getting a title shot. I mean, yeah.
I don't know about contention. I just see this as a promotional favor. Hey, you fought this guy coming off a loss. He was a replacement. And some say you got micked in this fight. Let's throw you a bone real quick.
True.
Because we're not sending our guy across the street.
True. He said Fedora's not active. What you mean? Oh, like he doesn't fight that often. I mean he's about to be right now, right? He just fought Cordell Booker, right? And he's about to be active again. So I want to say he's not. I mean that's not PBC's business model, right? So they're not going to be super active. But this is a good sign right here that he's getting a fight. We're already talking about him getting another fight. So I don't know what does that have to do with. I'm missing your point. What does that have to do with Tim Tszyu though? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm missing what you're saying. He said Tim versus Thurman. Now that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Now if he would have beat Thurman and then got the I had no problem. I mean, I don't have a problem now, but I'm just saying I wouldn't have an objection to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But him just beating Joey Spencer, I'm not sure that's enough. But like Ty said, it's a favor. You know what I'm saying? I can see that too. We see other stuff in boxing. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just making an observation that, Virgil Ortiz to me is more deserving of a title shot. Serhiy Boachuk, I could argue maybe more deserving of a title shot, which, right now. Who else? 154. I know Ardreau Holmes is tied up with Erickson Lubin, but even Ardreau Holmes could, if he wasn't fighting Lubin, he could be more deserving. Jonas Tellis is an interim champion. I know that's a different section in body, but even him, he's on a little streak. So that's all. That's the angle I'm coming from. I'm not saying that. Oh, I mean, Tim Tszyu gets it. He gets it. Because it was a controversial fight, right? So get a rematch. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve a rematch, but he had. In my opinion, it would have been more fitting if he would have had the rematch immediately after having the controversial loss to Fundora. But then since you went the IBF route and then got what I don't want to say smoke because my boy gonna bring up the heat again and I'm gonna cry. So what do you want me to say? I don't want to say smoked. He got what? Destroyed. Yeah, you said destroyed. He got destroyed, obliterated by Bakram. And I don't think that having 2 back-to-back L's and then beating Joey Spencer put you back in title contention. That's all I'm saying. Nettie said Fedora tossing Xander a crumb so he could partake in a feast. Yeah, maybe. I mean, shout out to Zayas. I do think Zayas should be the favorite against Jorge Garcia Perez. But Jorge Garcia Perez is coming off of an upset, beating Charles Conwell, right? So, hey, man, hey, what if that man make another upset, Hey, that's why we watch boxing, man. These things are not outside of the realm of possibility, man.
Yeah, and it was Zayas and Conwell being talked about. Nobody really knew about Taylor. I don't want to say knew, but he said he didn't have the name or the backing to be promoted.
I agree.
Now with this Conwell loss, there's more like Zayas and Taylor. Now Taylor comes into the picture as a future business.
Agreed. Yes, sir. He said Thurman and Spence a solid undercard fight for a stat card. I agree. Thurman and Spence, maybe a main event. I wouldn't mind Thurman and Spence, but
that motherfucker didn't want to fight him.
Yes, that right there. Exactly. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really, just off of principle, I don't mind Spence not fighting Thurman. But that's a good fight though. I would like that fight. I like the fight stylistically. Sorry, go ahead, Ty.
I said I don't think there would be an amount that would get Spence to fight Thurman.
Facts, and it shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Spence. I hope he stands his ground with that one and not fight Thurman. But if they did fight, I would be interested stylistically and stuff, because I was interested when it was first supposed to happen, or the second time it was supposed to happen, or the third time it was supposed to happen, for the years it was supposed to happen back in the day. So I think it should be Tim versus Charlo next in the belt fight. Like Jermell Charlo? Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, no. I want to see Jermell. Who's Jermell Charlo supposed to be fighting again? I don't think they announced it yet, right?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, no, not that I know if they did.
Jamal's been announced.
Yeah, Jamal Charles fighting Thomas Lamana, but Jermell, I think I saw something about it, but not confirmed. I mean, I wouldn't mind that Apollo, but I think Jermell, in my personal opinion, I think he needs like a I mean, I guess Tim Tszyu at this point could do, but I think he just needs like a layup.
Mendoza.
Brian Mendoza would be cool. That's crazy. I knew he was gonna say that, bro. I set up Tim Tszyu for that. My bad, Tim Tszyu. That's crazy.
Putting Tim in front of him, especially the way he feels towards Tim.
Right.
We might not see Tim again.
Lord. Oh Lord.
You remember how he was yelling at Tim at the press conference after he finished mopping up Castano?
Yep. Shout out to Brian Castano. Where he at? But yeah,
vacation.
Yeah. I would like to see Jermell Charlo get a little, you know, even though my boy Ty says he's a layup. I would like to see him get like a, I don't know, like a relatively unknown dude, and you know, just look decent, and then maybe throw him in there.
I said give him Lubin before. He was like, "Oh no, don't do that."
Yeah, don't do Lubin like that, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. I want to see Lubin. You know what I'm saying? Don't do Lubin like that, bro. We try to revisit that trauma right now. You know, let him handle Ardreau. Who do you think wins? Who you got anyway between Ardreau Holmes and Erickson Lubin? That's a good fight. I think
Ardreau can pull it off, but yeah, I'm gonna root for Lubin.
Part of me, you know what's crazy? Because you know Lubin, a Florida boy, fellow Floridian. I'm rooting for that part of me. Rooting for Lubin, but man, I don't know. For some reason, I want to see Ardreau Holmes do good, man. I like his style, and I want to see him do good. So I really don't mind who wins that fight. I was thinking about that for a while too. I was like, man, I don't know who I really got in that fight.
I want Lubin to win. I think Lubin is a great. I think he can be a title holder. It's just he always got matched up against the best.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened to Fundora, but he was winning that fight, and his face just started swelling up.
Yep, that's true. And then he got some
catching elbows and other shit.
Yep. And then he got clapped by Charlo and stuff. And then some people think that he lost to my boy Jesus Ramos. Yeah, I thought it was close.
I do won that.
Way. Yeah, I think it could have waited. What'd you say, Ty?
He won that against Ramos.
Yeah, I thought it was a good decision too. I don't think that was a bad decision.
I got Ramos.
You got Ramos? I'm not mad at that. I like Ramos. I'm not gonna lie though. Depending on how Lubin looks, Ramos has been looking very good. And, you know, I rock with Ramos, so I might have Ramos in the rematch if they do have a rematch, because Ramos has been looking good. But I got to see how Eric, like Ty said, you know, Erickson Lubin getting active. I want to see how he looks. If he looks good, then we'll see. But that's a fight that I'll be interested in. But I don't think it was a robbery like people act. But hey,
no, I don't think it was a robbery. I think it was a close fight.
Right.
Ramos fighting Ramos right now. Nah, let me go get 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'll catch you on the rebound.
Facts. Ramos looking solid, boy. Ramos, who did he just fight again? Banana Rosario, right? Jason Rosario? They fought at 160 as well, right?
And he had a fight a month ago.
Yeah, he fought somebody else. Who was it again? I don't remember who the other guy was.
No, it was Banana Rosario, and then it was somebody else, right?
Okay. Yeah, I know he had 2 fights back relatively close. So the first one was Banana Rosario, and then the next one was who was the other one, bro? Yeah, I don't remember.
No.
It wasn't Johan Gonzalez. No. Let me see. Jesus Ramos.
I know it was in the Fundora card.
Mm-hmm. Guido Scram. Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that one. I thought he fought somebody recognizable. So I was right. He did fight Johan Gonzalez, but that was before Jason Rosario. So he fought Johan Gonzalez, and then he fought Jason Rosario, and then he fought Guido Scram. Yeah. So yeah, Jesus Ramos been looking good, man. So yeah, I don't know, man. That's a good fight. He said, I had Ramos versus Lubin a robbery. Nah, it ain't a robbery. It's a close fight, man. I don't think it was a robbery. Either way you had it, I don't think it was a robbery. I think it was a close fight. Zayas fighting the Mexican that beat Conwell. Yeah, he's fighting Jorge Garcia Perez. Zayas is fighting Jorge Garcia Perez. Yeah, the guy that beat Charles Conwell. What, last weekend or the weekend, a couple weekends before that? It was Easter. It was Easter weekend, yeah. Like I said, I don't think that was a bad. I know some people thought it was a robbery. I don't think that was a robbery either. Charles Conwell and Jorge Garcia Perez. I think it was a close fight. I had Perez winning, but slightly. But I don't think it was a robbery, man. In my opinion, I thought it would have been a robbery, kind of, if it would have went to Conwell. I don't think Conwell did enough. In my opinion, it would have been closer to. I don't think it would have been a robbery if it went to Conwell, but I think it would have been more of a robbery to go to Conwell than the people that are saying it was a robbery that it went to Perez. I don't think so. I think Perez outworked him, man. Conwell looked good in spots, but it just wasn't. He just wasn't sustaining it. In my opinion.
Now that being said, I got a question for y'all.
Yes, sir.
If, and emphasis on the if, Xander beats Perez, you know, the guys that are gonna get the title shots are gonna be top contenders. You can't avoid that. Do y'all think he can hold the belt? Like, I don't know, 3 fights?
I think so, man, because we gotta remember he's on Top Rank. No disrespect to the guys at Top Rank, but look at the I first of all, let me put out this disclaimer. I have no problem with Keyshawn Davis's opponents. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no problem his first defense being Edwin De Los Santos. You know, but what I'm saying is that he's a Top Rank guy, and I think that Xander Zayas won't be getting like Virgil Ortiz next. I don't care how much he calls him out. I don't think they're gonna just go give him Virgil Ortiz next, or Jesus Ramos next, or whoever else, or I don't know, give me another top guy, Jermell Charlo or something like that. I think that he'll probably be getting, like, you know, maybe a top 15 guy. I don't even think they'll risk a Boachuk, to be honest. I don't know, man. I think Top Rank will be very cautious with him. I think so.
Yeah, I was gonna say something dumb, but then I remember it's WBO, so I was gonna say, but you can't hide for very long. But then look at Loma. Never mind.
Yeah. That's what Top Rank, and then the WBO. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he assuming he wins, because no given. But if he beats Jorge Garcia Perez, I haven't beaten Garcia Perez. But if he does beat him, I don't think he'll fight. Let me look at the guys again, and the ranking of WBO.
I think he fights Josh Kelly.
Yeah. Okay. Boom. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, like a Josh Kelly. I can see him fighting who's ranked number 4. That's not bad.
Anyway.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
What do you say, Oscar? You gotta skip it out.
I said next fight they're gonna ask Xander, like, are you willing to fight Inoue?
I'm telling you, yeah, facts. I can see him maybe fighting. I don't know who this Adrian Marcelo Sasso guy is, ranked number 11. Milan Pratt, ranked number 12. Mess around and fight Nikita Tszyu, who ranked number 14. But I heard he's going to 160. That's Tim Tszyu's brother. Yeah, so I
pull him back down to 54 and pack him up.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
And you can spin the block and get his brother.
Now that'd be something.
That's promoted.
That'd be something. But yeah, I don't know. And maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe he goes for unifications, man. You know, hey, he definitely seems like he wants to smoke, man. He been saying he wants to smoke shot to Xander Zayas, so yeah, I could be wrong, man. Maybe if he beats Perez, he maybe have like a little title defense and then goes for unifications, man, and tries to get the winner of Fundora and Tim Tszyu.
Shit, that'd be the best fight that he can make.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who's going right after that?
Yeah, stay away from Bakram. Don't fight Bakram yet.
Exactly.
At this stage of his career, I can see Bob pulling a little Mick, pull down Jahad Tucker, because there was smoke between them. Use him as a quick voluntary.
Hey, he's who is he fighting? He's fighting Lorenzo Simpson.
Yeah, he's fighting Truck.
Yep, Truck Simpson. Yep, Lorenzo Truck Simpson. Yep. What do you think about that fight?
I feel like that's a hood classic because of the two guys that's in it.
That's a great way to put it. That's a fact. That is a straight hood classic, bro. You right about that.
But I feel like it's gonna be one of them fights that go under the radar. I hope those two guys actually do perform because it's gonna help one of their careers because they need it.
Yes. Yes. Yes, they do.
Man, what they trying to pay my boy Dubois a billing, bro?
Why?
First of all,
why, bro?
What kind of billing is he? Awkward man? What?
Awkward man is crazy, bro. Awkward man. Yeah, I don't get it, bro. I don't know why they try. It's like they insist on it, bro. Everything he does in regards to Usyk, it's I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird, bro. Yeah, I think it's silly.
We know he's from the UK. We know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Who's that superhero that not Marlon Wayans, but Damian Wayans was?
Oh, you talk about Blankman?
Damn. Yeah.
Blankman.
Hey, yo, not Blankman, bro. Come on, man. I gotta chill, man.
Bro, like I was watching the press conference, and it was like I'm telling you, this is the energy, the exact pinpoint energy Dubois gives. Let's do this. Come on, lads. Let's do this. Like that's the energy he gives me.
Yes, he does, bro. He does. He definitely does, man.
Still great and genuine, though.
Yeah, he's great. Exactly. That's what I'm like, bro. Like, you can't tell me that the man is awkward and he's whatever, all this, and then get mad. I'm not saying that he gets a free pass to do whatever, but like, bro, did you see that slow behind push? Who was he hurting with that push, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, dog.
Look at the picture I sent you in the DMs. That's what kind of fighting post is that?
Exactly.
Who fights like that?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is what they're mad at. This is what they're mad at right here, chat. Usyk about to whoop this man ass. Hey, from this picture? Oh, nah, bro. Hey, Dubois might be cooked, bro. Dubois might be cooked, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. How do you initiate the contact and still get surprised? Why you look surprised right now, bro? You're the one that initiated the contact. And this is what people are mad at, bro. Oh, this is so disrespectful to Usyk. Bro, what are you talking about? They're about to fight, bro. Not gallivant and frolic through the woods and the flowers, holding hands, singing Kumbaya. They're about to fight, bro. They're about to punch on each other. It's okay to have a little contact in the face-off, bro. Come on, dog.
Yeah, no, bro. I think not.
The man called him out. Oh, it's disrespectful. Then now the man pushed him in the face. Oh, it's disrespectful. The man looks at Usyk. It's disrespectful. Like, come on, bro. Stop it. Like, stop with the narrative. Stop with the drama, man. They're about to fight. If you go for Usyk, cool. I think Usyk's gonna win too. There's no need to demonize Usyk or villainize Dubois or make Dubois some righteous angel or make gosh dang Usyk some righteous philanthropic angel either. Just let them fight, bro.
Bro, nah, from that picture.
Yeah, he getting clapped.
GG. Yeah, GG.
Yeah, hey, that picture, bro. Yeah, he definitely getting clapped. I ain't gonna lie to you. Gosh dang, Dubois. Nah, bro, you can't.
Dubois gotta do something because it's gonna be nasty work for Usyk to sit there and say 2-0 AJ.
Come on now.
2-0.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get the thing right for you. Okay, say it again.
2-0 AJ.
Yeah.
Yep.
2-0 the Gypsy King.
Yeah.
2-0 Blank Man.
Yeah.
Said Blank Man.
We continue.
Come on, man. Chill out, man. Y'all chill on my boy Usyk, man. I mean Dubois, man. Daniel Dynamite. Dubois. Y'all chill on my boy, man. Come on now. That's tough.
You know, it's crazy. I can see a British commentator saying, well, he didn't beat Moses Atama. Don't put those problems on that kid.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, he got me the layup for Dubois. What?
People crazy,
what?
Bro.
They're going to be like, Dubois cooked. I think he's finished. Oh,
you
and they're like, Moses Moses Thomas, go get that pressure. Pop.
Yep.
The canvas.
Yep. Oh, I said, oh, he was young. He is young though. He is what, 19 or he just turned 20, something like that.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I agree, but like, bro, the rankings.
Yeah, the rank. Yeah, by the rankings.
Good luck trying to hide him. Honestly.
Facts. You're right about that, brother. You are right about that. Yeah, Blank Man is crazy, bro. Y'all disrespectful to that man, Dubois, man. The man said he looked like the man said, what's a Damon Wayne's hero? Blank Man. Disrespectful, bro.
Yeah, I'm tired of that. It was so disrespectful.
It's better than accusing the man be on the spectrum. That stuff.
Yeah, they're disrespectful for that. I ain't gonna lie. It'd be funny sometimes. I be trying not to laugh though, but that just be funny sometimes. But yeah, they wild saying that though. He said, bro, Usyk gonna get the keys to the UK. Facts. He needed it already. What you mean? He needed what they always talk about is gonna be the procedure will be parliamentary. Usyk need to be part of the parliament. The way he been dominating y'all. Usyk need the head at the table at the parliament. I ain't gonna hold you. He need to be at every single meeting. If y'all want to develop a housing neighborhood, he need to be in charge of it. You need to get his consent. If you want to change some laws, you need to get his consent. Straight up, bro. Usyk is the man over there, bro. Stop playing with Usyk.
You remember when Cat Williams said, "Whenever I walk into a room, heads go down." That's Usyk.
Facts. That's facts. When Usyk walk into a room, bro, don't say nothing, don't even breathe, because you might be next. Usyk is terrorizing the United Kingdom. Like I said, Usyk Kingdom. UK is Usyk Kingdom. Until proven otherwise.
There we go. Put his head down 2 times.
Facts.
I seen what Dove said in the comments.
What Dove said?
Yeah. Fury has all the belts at his house. But the crazy thing is, he never held them simultaneously. That's nasty work.
Oh.
But he has a better claim at Undisputed than Tszyu.
Facts. He said, wait, hold on. Nettie says that Ramos and landed Lubin in every round. Outlanding it doesn't mean that you're going to win. He said, except for rounds 9 and 12, according to CompuBox. He said he lost a UD on all scorecards. He said one judge by 6, one by 4, the last by 2 rounds. Make it make sense. I mean, you can't judge a fight off of just CompuBox, man. We see people lose CompuBox or throw less punches and lose a fight. You gotta watch the fights and you gotta score it, man. You gotta score it. Each round is an individual fight. I'm not mad at any, like I said, I'll say it again. I'm not mad at anybody having Lubin losing. Like shout out to my guy Oscar. He had Ramos winning, but I think people exaggerate when it's a fighter that they want to win and they don't win. Then people will say it's a robbery. Like it was a close fight, bro. I don't think there was anything a robbery about that. You know, what was a robbery was Carlos Adames versus Hamza Shiraz being a draw. That was a robbery. What was a robbery was who was it? Johnny Fisher beating David Allen. That was a robbery. What was a robbery was Arnold Barbosa beating Sean McComb. That was a robbery. What was a robbery was Michaela Mayer losing to Natasha Jonas. That was a robbery. What else?
That one.
I'm trying to think what else. Jarrell Baby Miller, the PED user. That was a robbery where he had a draw with Andy Ruiz.
We do not let people who are on
Come on now. These are real robberies.
Oshaki Foster, Hobson.
Yep. Oshaki Foster, Hobson Conceição. That was a robbery. But some fights are close, man. It could go either way. Like people say, I see people say Bivol and Beterbiev was a robbery. That's not a robbery. Not the first one. It could have went either way. You know, what we saw another close fight recently. What was another close fight? I don't know. But
crazy about that one. I see more claims that it's a robbery on the second one than on the first one,
which is nuts to me. I thought Bivol won clearly the second one. That was crazy to me. But
I had to pull up the comment real quick. He said the one that you spoke on with Ramos outlanding or whatever.
Fuck. Don't do him like that, Ty. Don't do him like that.
Yeah, is that even
by
true?
That logic?
I don't even know. If
do
that's
you
true
think what is his name? I don't know why I keep on thinking of Omar, but the brother.
Brandon Figueroa.
Brandon Figueroa. By that logic, do you think Brandon Figueroa won both fights
against Stephen Fulton?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Come on, bro. You got to be a.
Because if we go by CompuBox, he would have won those fights. But we seen how he got beat up.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta do more than that, bro. Like I said, I'm not mad at anybody who has Lubin. I mean, sorry, who has Ramos, but it was a close fight, bro.
Yeah, it feels like that, especially because Ramos, in my opinion, Ramos has the more clean shots, the more, highlight friendly shots. But it was a very close fight. I got Ramos winning because one, I'm biased. I wanted Ramos to win.
Right.
Two, I think he barely edged it out. But I'm not mad if it was a draw. I'm not like that. It's one of them fights that you can't get mad at. The winner, the loser, or the score.
And I like Ramos too. In that fight, I don't remember who I was going for in that fight. I don't think I really had a horse in the race. Right now, I like Ramos more than I like Lubin though. But I don't dislike Lubin, but I just want to see the best man win. I ain't have an issue with it. I don't remember having an issue with that fight. I remember watching that fight and surprised that people had an issue, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, or that much of an issue. I was like, dang, a robbery? When Crawford beat Spence was a robbery. I'm telling you, Oster, let people tell it. I'm telling you, Oster. He said Maravilla Martinez versus Paul Williams 1 was a highway robbery. Shout out to Sergio Martinez and shout out to Paul the Punisher Williams, man. Especially Paul the Punisher Williams, man. With his
Paul Williams.
Yeah, with his motorcycle accident. Shout out to him.
Bro, you know what's crazy about that? It was like, I think it was in talks with Canelo for that fight, bro. That shit.
Yep. Dang. It's tough, man. Yeah, he was. No, you're right. He was. And, I remember I saw an interview with him and they were talking about, I don't remember how, I don't know, like if it's on a frequent basis, but I remember he was talking about that, him and Canelo had some interactions and stuff. I thought that was dope. Since his accident and stuff. I don't remember what I was watching. But they asked him about that, like how he was next, or him and Canelo were talking about having a fight next, and then
it didn't happen.
Yeah, the motorcycle accident happened. Now he's paralyzed. Man, it's tough, man. God bless him. Shout out to my guy Irony in the back. I see you, bro.
It definitely sucks for Paul because he had some major fights lined up.
Yes, he did.
Yes, bro.
Negotiating terms with Canelo. Yep. Talks with Floyd.
Yep.
How you doing, fellas?
What's good, Irony, man? I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Hey, carnal.
Hey.
What's up, carnal?
Hey, paisa.
Hey.
My guy, Oscar. What's up, brother?
I heard you trying to catch a flight tomorrow morning.
Man, they ain't about that life.
Bro, I heard in Round Mas, Barrera was sitting with Eduardo Camarena, and they were saying that Mexico and Puerto Rico were the only two countries that had champions in every single weight class. And I was like, come on, man, how USA is not there? And he said that USA never had one in minimum weight or straw weight. I think they call it minimum weight now. The weight where Collazo is the world champion.
Yeah, minimum weight. 105. I mean, straw. It's both minimum weight or straw weight.
Yeah,
way.
Yeah,
105. So he said that Puerto Rico and Mexico are the only countries that had, well, I mean, technically Puerto Rico's not a country, but it's the only places that had no, I'm not talking trash, but I'm not talking trash.
I know what you're saying.
Thank you, Irony. Thank you for not taking it. I did not mean no offense, but
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, so they're the only ones that had a champion in every division. That's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And when he said why, bro, I had to tell you this, doctor, because he said on the Mexico side because of Zurdo, because previously they didn't have anybody in
cruiserweight.
Exactly. But when he said Puerto Rico is because of John Ruiz, I was like, holy shit! I felt so bad for talking shit about John Ruiz when he said
that. You see how things come full circle. You see how things come full circle. To be honest with you, I didn't know he was Puerto Rican though. I didn't know that.
The irony came back at me, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, I felt like crap, bro. I was like, damn, bad mouthing the guy that made this happen for us. Honestly, on the heavyweight side, nah, bro, get the fuck out of here.
See, look at you.
It's just like when Mexicans make fun of Andy Ruiz.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly, bro.
I don't make fun of him. It's just like I don't think he comes.
Yeah, because he's American. Well, I mean, he's Mexican.
He's American, but they represent. It's like
Puerto Rican descent. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, which is the same thing. I mean, Puerto Rico is part of America. I count Puerto Rico as part of America. I mean, it's American territory, so I count it. But at the same time, I know that it's, you know what I'm saying, that's it's a different heritage and stuff like that too. So, you know what I'm saying. So there is needs for separation. Like in the Olympics, you have your Puerto Rican national team, and you have America as its national team, so it's separate. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, I definitely get it. But yeah, I didn't know John Ruiz was. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know I just looked at him as American. I didn't know exactly, you know what I'm saying, if he was Mexican American, Puerto Rican American, or what. That's interesting, bro. That's dope though. So Puerto Rico and Mexico are the only places that have champions, have had a champion in every division. I didn't know that.
Everywhere up and down. Yep.
It's very hard for the U.S. to do that. Not because they can, not ability wise. It's just the genetics part, you know.
Oh, as far as like the smaller weights.
The smaller weights. Yeah.
I got you.
I don't think I've ever seen like a. Well, I don't think I've ever heard of an American that's in minimum weight.
You're not.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they probably are
from somewhere else.
But yeah, yeah, they be doing gymnastics.
There's one guy from back in Finito Lopez time. His name was Will Grigsby. I struggle with that last name. Grigsby, something like that. But he was junior flyweight when Finito beat him, because Finito has like 1 million defenses in strawweight and has like 3 in junior flyweight, and that's what one was one of his.
Yeah.
You know.
Shout out to you for bringing up a Finito. Oh my bad. Finish your thought, and I want to say something about him.
No, and it's like when you see Japan or when you see Japan or Thailand, you're like, yeah, they have like 1,000 champions back here, but they have nobody to show for from middleweight up, welterweight up, you know.
Right.
Jin Sasaki, gotta straighten that out.
Hey, shout out to Jin Sasaki, man. He could be the first world champion from Japan at the welterweight division. But I was gonna say also shout out to Ricardo Lopez, man. He just I just saw a post about him beating cancer, man. So big salute to him, man. Big salute to.
I had no idea, bro.
Yes, sir. I just read that yesterday.
That, bro.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah, it is awesome. That's a fact. Shout out to him, man. He's a fighter, man. Once a fighter, always a fighter, man. That's dope. Shout out to Finito Lopez.
You ever seen what he told his son? You ever seen what he told his son?
No.
His son was like, I want to box. He was like, bro, well, if you put some gloves on and you step into a ring professionally, and then you come home, the one that's you're gonna have to fight at me.
Yeah, Mike Tyson is similar. I remember Mike Tyson told a story about his son wanting to box, and he was like, "Bro, you don't want to see somebody like me. Like you grew up, you know, with money, and you know Spanish, you know music. And I don't remember. Like he told the whole story. I don't even remember where, but it's like that. Like you grew up a certain way. I mean, I'm not saying that it's impossible,
right.
Damn near impossible.
Yeah.
The hunger is lacking.
Yeah,
but,
the hunger,
you know,
exactly.
But like different cases, different people. You know, it's like potato. Yeah. But like you know, one thing about Finito Lopez that I do want to point out is like whenever he did become like multi-division and unified world champion, and he held 3 belts at the same time, you know, and all that stuff. I don't know about 3 belts, maybe 2. I can't remember. But they went in and interviewed his dad. Because when he was starting out, his dad was like, I don't think he can become world champion. And then this interviewer was like, hey, look at your son now. He said that he couldn't become this and that, and that he couldn't be successful in boxing. Why did you say that? His dad was like, because I believed it. He couldn't become world champion. And then they were like, are you proud of your son? And his dad was like, well, ask him if he's proud that I'm his dad. It's like, damn. It's like all that old, you know, irony, like the Hispanic old school, like really old school way of racing, like very cold.
Yeah,
bro.
But he said that push him harder. That's why I said every case is different.
Right.
He said that it was like I was trying to prove him wrong at all times.
Honestly, bro, as harsh as those words may sound, that could very well be the reason why. Like that may very well be like the fuel that made him, you know, that gave him that motivation, you know, because I know exactly what you're referring to.
Yeah.
And like on the surface, it sounds like you're being unfair or whatever the case may be, but on the flip side, like if you can channel that properly, bro, oh man, you can be unstoppable.
I don't, man.
Yeah, but it's one of those cases, bro. Like they're already comparing Pupilo Collazo to Ivan Calderon, and I'm like, let's pump the fucking brakes here. Ivan Calderon has 18 title defenses. Like there's you know, there's what body of work left here. I love Collazo, bro. He's got power already, which Ivan didn't have, obviously. But hang on a second here, you know, let's wait and see.
My guy already said slow, pump the brakes, slow down, brother.
Yo, what up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's good, man? I'm chilling, man. How are you?
Yeah, what's up?
My guy, man, what's popping, man? You lost him?
Say, are you there?
No, my bad. Yeah,
oh, no,
I
you good? You good?
Mute.
You good?
I was just saying, what's going on, y'all? What are we talking about?
Just a plethora of things, man. Just talking. Yeah, nothing particular.
Yeah. What's it called? I seen
Fundora the Zayas.
Oh Lord.
Bro, he didn't, bro.
He didn't.
Nah, to me, I don't think he dug. Just because I'll be honest, I don't see Zayas as a threat right now, and I think it's too soon to take a Fundora fight. I mean, we've seen Fundora get dirty with him. We've literally seen him bloodied up with Tim. So I would rather Zayas stay far away from the Tower Inferno.
Ty about to be on your head, son. Who was he bloody again?
I'll be honest, bro. I don't think Xander Zayas is ready, but I could be wrong. Also, too, I just think he's too fresh to fight someone like the Tower Inferno, who has that long range and can keep that distance control. What is Xander gonna do? He's gonna have to rush in. He's gonna have to rush in.
Fundora doesn't fight.
What you say?
He can though. He can. My bad. He can keep. He can. Okay, but he can though. He can, and we have seen him go in the pocket, which he does a phenomenal job. I mean, look what happened to Tim.
I'm not sure about that, bro. Like, listen, Fundora is a tough motherfucker. Okay, but I think
of course he is.
I think, but I don't know if he does that as good as you say he does. Like, bro, Tim Tszyu had
he
right
does,
there, bro. Like, Tim Tszyu was almost right there from blocking him, and Brian Mendoza knocked him out, bro. Like, he's clearly fighting the wrong style for him. Like, I know that's because of the eyes or whatever, but honestly, bro, like, with all the killers that are out there, if Brian Mendoza can sleep you like that, oh my goodness, bro. Like,
but you see, for me, Fundora's always been like, and I don't like the way he fights. I don't know if he fights like that just because. I don't know. If
he has bad vision. He has bad vision, very bad vision.
Oh man. Well, he's a good boxer, but he's not Gabriella.
No, absolutely not. Gabriella's a killer now.
Gabriella is a killer. But to me, Fundora he's still a killer, and I get it. You know what? The thing I admire about Fundora is that he stands in the pocket. He's not using his reach as an advantage. He wants you to fight him, and I admire that about him. Someone that's that tall can do that. That to me says he can beat others. Not necessarily doing that. But I feel like someone like Xander will bring out an even better Fundora. I just don't think Xander can beat him right now. Maybe if he fights 2-3 more times and we see him dominate in a beautiful fashion, then yes, I want to see that. But I think it's too early, bro.
With that part, I agree. Like,
it's too early, yeah.
Xander should get more polished. Like, I had this debate tirelessly with my people here. You know, they're hungry for a champion in those weight classes. I get it, but too soon is too soon, bro.
It is, and I don't want to see him take that. Oh, you see, I thought Conwell took that Perez fight too soon, because Perez he's a veteran. He's a veteran, bro, and like he's a crafty veteran, and I kind of knew, and I don't want to say Conwell was a hype job, but I mean, I feel like he's not a hype job. They just overhyped him too much to the point where it ruined his chances, because he was ranked pretty high everywhere, and they were saying that he was up next to fight Fundora, and I'm glad that Perez beat him, because I don't think he would have even beat Fundora after that performance. So shout out to Conwell for even getting in the ring with a crafty veteran. It was a tough fight. It was a good fight. And I'll be honest, I had I thought Perez was gonna beat Conwell, and people thought I was crazy. They said, "Oh, bro, you don't know who Conwell is," and I'm like, "But do you know who Perez is? Like, this dude's a crafty veteran. He's turned pro at 16. He's been fighting he's been fighting for a really long time in Mexico."
People fell asleep
fellas,
because of his losses and shit.
I'm about to call it.
All right, Oscar. Appreciate you joining, man.
Catch you in the morning.
All right, yeah, yes, sir, in the morning. Yes, sir. Good Lord willing, man. I'll catch you in the morning, bro.
Take care, bro.
I appreciate you, Oscar.
Igualmente.
God bless.
All right, let me know if you're trying to catch Fade in the morning.
Hey.
Is that a challenge?
Oh, I don't know. You said you're the ones that have to go around your schedule, so. That's why I said, let me know if you're trying to catch Fade in the morning.
What time are you coming in the morning, doctor? Let me see if I can do it so I can.
8 a.m., bro.
Oscar. 8 a.m. What time is it right now? In your area?
Same time.
9 p.m.
Awesome. Same here. Yep. Same time. So.
Oh yeah, I almost forget. You're in Florida, right, Doc?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's right. I don't know why I thought you were like in the north or something. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
I always take a trip out to Miami for spring break.
Oh yeah? Holla at me.
Yeah,
I'll let
always
you know,
out there, bro.
For sure. I don't know right now, but I'll
there.
let you know for sure, bro. I got you on Discord.
Yes, sir. Holla at me. Holla at me, Isaiah. Yes, sir. That'll be dope.
Nah, I am, bro. We'll have a good time, bro.
But I don't think the Conwell situation is such a bad thing, honestly.
It's not. It's not a bad thing.
If you think about it.
It's not, but we need to stop overhyping these guys and putting things in their head that they could beat this guy to go fight this guy. We need to we need to stop overhyping guys and stop telling them the next fight that's not even happening, because I feel like that yes, it might keep them hungry, but to me it's like you're focused on another fight. Like, shout out to Cinnamon for always going and telling people straight how it is. Like, I'm not worried about that fight. I'm focused on what's in front of me right now. And people need to be like that, because look what I'm telling you. Conwell is an amazing boxer, bro. He's a puncher. And I do believe he could have got Perez out if he would have took a couple more fights, if he was a little more polished, because his team kept telling him, like, yo, do this, and he would do the opposite. So to me, he lacked discipline, in a sense where, like, if you can't listen to your coaches, and like the coaches are the ones who are watching everything, they're the ones that know if you're losing or winning. They even told them.
That's a pretty common. I would say that's a pretty common error that some fighters make, particularly when they are at that stage, when they're still like, getting to that contender status. Like, they're feeling themselves and whatever. So I mean, I've seen people argue with this corner. We've seen this stuff. So I guess, man, you're right. But at the same time,
it sucks. It does. It sucks seeing our favorite fighters.
But this can be what you needed. You understand? Like, this can be exactly what you needed. Okay, you didn't listen to me. You see what happened?
Right.
Exactly.
Hey, shout out to Oster, man. Oster said he's out, man. All right, man. God bless you, bro. I'll catch you in the morning, man. Good Lord willing,
Hey, God bless, Oster. Good stuff.
God bless, Oster. God bless. But also, too, remember what the GOAT Floyd said. Champions can adjust.
That's
so
true.
To me, it's more like, how bad do you want it, and how much are you willing to, like, what are you willing to do to make it happen? And to me, when a fighter can adjust and they talk about him so much, like, you see, I think Oscar Duarte got his first loss to it wasn't Ryan Garcia, right? Because he already had a loss.
Yeah, he had a loss. I don't remember who it was too, though. But he had a loss going.
Well, you see, Oscar De La Hoya came in and he kept saying, "Oh, Duarte ain't no pushover. He might be able to knock Ryan out with his punches," and he got stopped. I mean, I get it. Ryan is I don't want to say he's a better boxer than Duarte, because Duarte, he does kind of know how to box decent. Yeah. And I would put him in the caliber of a Ryan Garcia, because Ryan, to me, does not know how to box.
But he knows how to fight, though. He knows how to fight.
Yeah,
he knows how to
exactly.
fight. I give him that.
To me, there's a difference between a boxer and a brawler.
Bro, when Ryan does that bullshit of turning his back and doing the Philly Shell nonsense, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing,
crazy,
bro?
Yeah.
I know. And then it was funny because Devin was punching him, and then I seen memes of him doing that, and then Devin punching him, and they were going, bing, I was like, oh nah, they doing Devin dirty.
They're doing Devin
bro.
dirty, bro. I do think that Charles Conwell, I know he's older than like Xander, but you gotta remember they have about the same amount of fights, if I'm not mistaken. So I still think he's
they
still
do.
young.
They do.
They do. Okay, yeah. I think Charles Conwell, I think like I already said, man, he still has some time to bounce back. But yeah, I just felt like he was not flat like to take anything away from him. But I think everything you said, he was fighting a veteran, and I think he kind of overlooked him, calling for title fights and all that stuff. So I do think that was part of it. But also, I don't know, man. You think Golden Boy was you think Golden Boy was handling Conwell right? I don't think that they were overhyping him, man. I think that I don't really know if they were doing him correctly. You know, like I don't know, man.
Nah, to me, I feel like that fight.
Not saying that's why he lost. So no, that was shout out to Perez.
Yeah,
that's not why he lost. But I just feel like look how Xander Zayas is being promoted. Even like I feel like now I could be wrong, but I feel like even Jonas Tellis, the diet that he's on, as far as like up the progression steadily is better with PBC. I feel like Golden Boy with Conwell, it just doesn't seem like they're too interested in him, in my opinion.
And you know what? I was just about to get to that. You see, Jonas Tellis, he's good, bro.
Yeah, I like him.
And to me, he's proved himself. But I wouldn't put him up there with the champions just yet.
Nope.
And I feel like Top Rank knows how to do it good. And
yes,
I know the PBC gets a lot of bad rep or whatever. People don't like them, but we can't say that they're good at the matchmaking as well.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like upcoming fighters. They might not have a pedigree like a Top Rank, but they do have some good guys. And I'll tell you right now, I think Jonas will be a problem to some of those Top Rank guys.
I think Jonas Tellis is good, man. I like him, but he's still young too. Like, I'm just looking forward to see his progression.
Insanely young.
Yeah, I like him.
It's another one of those that is right there.
Yeah, I still like Charles Conwell. I like all three of them, man. Xander, Charles,
I do.
Jonas, man. But it's just got
bro,
that L.
Oh man, I was when I first saw that Conwell was gonna fight Perez, I said, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I really hope Conwell on his P's and Q's, because people sleeping on Perez because they might not know who he is.
Right.
But I used to watch him fight on that Mexican channel, Box Azteca.
Azteca, okay, yeah.
That's why I know who he is.
That's what's
and I'm just like, yo, like for him, he is one of my favorite Mexican fighters.
That's what's
and I'm just like, yo,
where they show the Venado fight. That's where they show the Venado comeback. That's it. That's the channel, Doctor. That's the channel where
where he just came back. Yeah, he just came back and got that victory over.
Knocked him out in 2 rounds.
Yep.
Yes, bro. I was watching it live. I was like, holy shit, this guy.
Me too.
And I was like, this guy's no joke. So when they said Conwell's gonna fight him, I said, oh my gosh, I hope Conwell can adjust, because this dude is not coming to lay down. This guy is coming to fight you. You punch him.
A bunch of wins.
And it hurts
he has like 30 plus wins or like 25
30,
plus wins.
I think he had 32. 32, I think, and then with the Conwell 33.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Everybody was like, he has 4 losses. And I'm like, so, bro?
Hey, that's all they see. That's all they see. 4 losses and you're trash.
Bro, Doc, everyone said I was crazy. And I told him, I said, look, I've been following this guy for 3 years, 4 years.
That's what's up, man.
And this dude is no joke. And I swear to you, bro, I forgot who it was, but they're like, nah, Conwell's good. I said, I'm not saying he's not good.
Right.
I'm just saying he's going to have to adjust to a crafty veteran like Perez, who knows how to fight.
Right.
Who's been tested 4 times. Come on now. You don't think somebody who's been beat 4 times, they're going to know how to adjust to a style they've been beat to? Come on.
And he's on like an 8-fight win streak. You know what I'm saying? Well, including Conwell. I think going into that fight, he was on like a 7-fight win streak. Yeah, you're right.
And you see, I feel like that fight was more for Perez than Conwell, because at the end, oh, bro, Oscar looked happy than the mother, bro.
For real?
He went up to Perez.
I remember that one. Yeah, I remember.
Smiling, bro, happy. And I'm just like, damn, man. Damn. So, I mean, I get it. You see, Oscar, shout out to him. He does support the Mexican fighters, but also, too, I would like to see him promote African-American fighters as well. Yeah, I get it. They have Bernard Hopkins, and Bernard Hopkins promotes African-American fighters. But to me, that's not right. Why do you need Bernard promoting Floyd Schofield or talking to Floyd Schofield multiple times about what to do and how to do it? Because I've heard interviews of a Floyd Schofield Sr. and he said, "Oh no, we cool with Oscar, but we talked to Bernard more." Why?
I didn't see that.
Why is that a bad thing?
Well, to me, it's kind of like it just sounds. I'm not saying Oscar's racist. He's not. But to me, it just sounds like he's biased. He's so biased. and when,
what you said, Ty?
Ty said he is.
He is. And Bernard putting his hand on a kid's Schofield shoulder. That's the first black fighter he actually embraced. You go to Philly and ask them what they think about Bernard, it's like, he's a sellout.
Yeah, okay, now I ain't gonna lie, I have heard that before. I be like not paying attention, but I've heard that before for sure.
And he's from Philly,
because
right?
Yeah, he's from Philly. Yep.
It is. I would love to see Golden Boy promote more African American fighters because let's be honest, Oscar, he used to do that back then. Why did he stop? Like, I understand you want these Mexican guys to get these champions, but some of these Mexican dudes are not what you paint them to be, Oscar. Like, come on now.
This
like,
might sound wild, but that's not the core audience he's trying to reach. That's not his demographic.
No, I know.
I don't care how it sounds to some people, but we're not going on Telemundo saying, why are you not playing Bad Boys 2? They're going to look at you until you get the fuck up out of here.
Hold on though.
Exactly.
You ever seen Bad Boys in Spanish?
Hey,
that shit is off the chain.
It go crazy.
It go crazy, bro. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, like the Spanish movies, like the bad words just be more crazier, and then they be saying crazier things. And it's like,
the Spanish dub.
What? I talking from like as a business.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah. It's just funny though.
You watching anime and Spanish dubs?
Hey. I've seen that before. But I will say that it does seem like that though. You would want to see the I'm not gonna lie, it's not, and unfortunately it's not just Golden Boy that it seems like that with either. But at the same time it's like what Ty said. Yeah, right, exactly. But it's like what Ty said too. Is like your core audience. But I feel like I feel like Golden Boy is good enough and big enough to reach every demographic, whether it's Hispanic, black,
just
or
because
white.
of the name and who's behind it.
Right.
I was just about to say, why aren't you going in on Top Rank? Because Top Rank definitely fucked up with Bud Crawford, bro. Like, man, like that's one of the most like notorious under promoting. We were talking about this the other day with Ty and Kendrick.
Wait, did he ask why am I not going that Top Rank? In regards to Bud,
me.
But you see, they were even doing that to Shakur. Oh, no. They were even doing that to Shakur. And Shakur, I mean, but to me, I feel everyone says, "Oh, Shakur can't. He's boring. He's this, that." I don't think it's that. As much as people like want to criticize him and make fun of him and say he's boring, he's this, that. The dude's a champion, and I feel like Top Rank tried to diminish his name. So I don't know if you remember watching some of his fights with Tim Bradley. Oh my gosh, bro. Tim Bradley would piss me off so much. He's so biased, bro. And I'm just like Tim, you're even lucky they put you in the Hall of Fame. They shouldn't have put you in the Hall of Fame. Like, come on, Tim.
Come on, Isaiah. I wouldn't go that far.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Come on, bro.
As a fighter, they shouldn't have put him in the Hall of Fame.
Really?
No way. Are you kidding me, bro? No way.
I don't like Tim Tszyu. I mean, Tim Tszyu. I don't like Tim Bradley either, but I got to disagree with that too.
I don't like him as a commentator. I don't like him any more than you do as a commentator. As a fighter, you can't. No way. You're never gonna convince me that as a fighter, Tim Bradley shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Come on, bro.
Well, I mean, there is an argument. You know I think there's an argument because some people are always gonna go to the Manny Pacquiao fight that he shouldn't have won. But on paper he won, and then also, but he also beat. Hold on. He also beat Juan Manuel Marquez. Sorry, what'd you say, Ty? Sorry.
I was about to say a win over Pacquiao.
Right, and Marquez, then Juan Manuel. Exactly. People forget about that. Right.
Is it enough?
I think
that's what people ask.
Right.
I think it is.
I think it is too. And
he did beat Marquez. By the way, he did beat Marquez, and the Ruslan fight.
Exactly. Ruslan Provatnikov. What's the name too? Devin Alexander. That was a good up and comer when they're around the same time. I think. I mean, I think that he.
Oh, and he even beat Lamont Peterson when he was undefeated.
Come on now. So yeah, I think
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I think
it's because
people
you know what
don't like him, like you said.
Yeah, and it's because the bias. But you know what? I'm gonna start getting ready to defend Shakur because like I just feel so bad for Shakur because he's worth more than 6-7 million. I don't even think he's gotten more than 8 or 9 million in a fight, and it's like Top Rank really tried to diminish Shakur when he's a champion. Yeah, we might say, like I said, we might say he's boring, but what we can say is,
let me give you an example.
He's the only one that is undefeated still. Tank is undefeated, but he got a draw.
He got a draw.
And I'm a huge Tank fan. Like when there's a Tank fight, trust me, like I'm one of them Tank maniacs Willie be talking about.
Hey, you said that Willie be talking about?
Big Dog Willie might be listening. Watch out.
I'm telling
you. That's all good.
But let Irony get it there real quick. Oh, go ahead. Finish your thought. Then let Irony get it there.
No, Irony, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Irony.
I was gonna give you an example of Oscar De La Hoya. Like Oscar De La Hoya, feel whatever you want about him as a promoter, but as a fighter, I challenge you to bring me a better resume. Like
Canelo.
Like we need to separate these things. You know, we need to separate the commentator or the promoter or the whatever to the fighter. As a fighter, bro, I don't have too many bad things to say about Tim Bradley. I understand that he, in my opinion, he did not beat Pacquiao, but that ain't his fault either, bro. We need to like move past that stuff,
I agree.
and look at other things, Yeah, I mean, like he doesn't get to make a decision, guys. Like let's pump the brakes here.
Yep, fighters fight, judges judge. I agree.
I mean, he did beat Juan Manuel Marquez. You cannot convince me that he didn't. And I love Marquez, bro.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite
fighters. He did beat Marquez
convincingly too.
And the Ruslan Provodnikov fight, bro, I can watch that any day of the week.
That's one of my favorite fights of all time.
Mine too, bro. Like,
but
so,
still,
so I was just telling you to not fall into this thing of just putting everything in the same basket.
But when we talk about Tim Bradley. This is how I feel about him.
I made that mistake also. I don't like one aspect and then I forget about other things.
Nah, that was a good breakdown. Irony, you're right about that.
Appreciate it. Oh, that was all. Oh, I'm sorry, Ty. Ty, by the way, I wanted to say something to Ty. You convinced me on Shakur, bro. I will give him recognition on the Oscar Valdez win and the Jamel Herring win. We're talking about this the other day because. I felt like I was unfair to Shakur. I was comparing him to the other names and the names that the other people have been with, and he has none of those. But then they started breaking things down. And not only that, he's fighting Camarón Cepeda now. So, you know what? Forget what I said about Shakur. I'll just be slave with him.
Right. Dub said Pacquiao approved, right. And he beat Brandon. Yep, Brandon Rios was fire at the time, too. Did he beat? Yep. Shout out to Brandon Rios.
I forgot about that one also.
He was an exciting
fighter.
Thank you
for saying that.
Yeah, he beat quite a few guys, man. Kendall Holt was doing this thing too, and Tim Bradley beat him as well. Nah, Tim Bradley, good fighter, man.
Holt, that's the guy that beat that dude Torres, right? That Venezuela kid or Colombian kid that was dangerous as hell in the first round. Bro, it scared me to death with the Cotto fight, bro. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, Tim Bradley, man. Like I said, I don't like him as a commentator either, but as a fighter, nah,
me neither.
He's
neither. That's the thing. As a fighter, bro, nah.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Isaiah, or whoever. I'm sorry.
I'm good. I'm just watching the game, so I'm letting y'all cook, man. I'm watching this basketball game, man. I've been watching.
So you got Bacoli, doctor? Seriously? I mean, I know. Listen, I'm sorry. I don't wanna. I understand that you moved past the flag and everything, but I don't know. I kind of thought you. I mean, I think you. I don't know. I think you should root for your man, bro. Like Jefe's pretty good, bro. Like,
yeah, I think he's good, man. I just think, shout out to my Nigerian brethren. When I watch sports, man, I'm not saying I look past it. Of course, like if Bacoli wins, I'm like, I say, dang, he did my boy dirty. But at the same time, if Jagba wins, I'll be happy too. But I think Bacoli's the better fighter, so that's why I think is gonna win. Now, if you ask me who I actually like, to be honest, I kind of like I like them both a lot. I would say I like Bacoli a little more. But yeah.
That's exactly how I feel. I ain't got nothing against Jagba. Obviously,
right. I got nothing against Guido.
obviously I'm gonna go root for Guido, but I like Ajagba, bro. I call him Jefe.
Right.
Let me ask you this.
Like,
Parker,
okay, when he fought Guido,
like?
I was going for a FA Jogba, you know, but I think
Obviously.
I like Bacoli a little more. Now I like Guido too, though. I like Guido, but yeah, I like Bacoli more than. I mean, I like FA Jogba more than Guido Vianello. It's like when Guido Vianello, you know, he's fighting Richard Torres Jr. I kind of like Guido more. I think he's a better fighter, so I was rooting for him as far as rooting, but I wasn't mad that Richard Torres Jr. fought that won. You know what I'm saying? I thought
He still beat the shit of Makhmudov, so I'm good.
Oh yeah, he beat the hell out of Alexander Makhmudov. Yep, you're right about
that. After your boy legit got through with him. But let me ask you this: let's say that this happens, right? Let's say Bacoli beats Jefe Ajagba. Let's say that happens. Who would you like to see Ajagba with?
Ajagba with? If he loses to Bacoli, you said?
Yeah. Well, if he loses and if he wins, rather I should say. Let's give both scenarios.
If he loses, man, I don't know what he does next. I would say maybe he could fight like a Makhmudov, Alexander Makhmudov, who's been losing, you know, as a tune-up fight, as a rebound fight, I should say rebound. And then if he wins, I would like to see him against like a Jit Caballero, like Joseph Parker. A highly rated contender.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Joseph Parker.
That's what I would like. What about you? I know you said Joseph Parker. Who else? If he lost, who would you like to see him with?
If Ajagba lost, honestly, I wouldn't mind to see a rematch against Guido, bro. I wouldn't.
Hey, that's not bad either, because Guido's coming off a loss. That's a good one too. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch either. Yeah, you're right.
To me, that makes sense because I don't think Guido is done. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I'm just looking at the flag, obviously, but. I don't know. I'm still holding on to that performance against Ajagba and against Makhmudov. So I think he maybe have something left in the tank. So I just want to see them run back just to get some get the rematch season going. Like you said, it's just
rematch season,
right?
Bro. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that fight. I definitely think that if he loses, if FA Jogba loses and they fight again for rematch, I'd be interested in that fight. And if Guido wins, he'll be right back in the mix. And same with FA Jogba if he wins. I don't know if it does as much for FA Jogba since on paper he already beat him. I think it'll do good, but I think it'll be bigger if Guido wins for his career since he lost on paper and then he avenged the loss. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight again.
Ain't no shortage of opponents, bro, in this heavyweight division. Like
nope.
that's a beautiful problem to have. Like who do you fight next? You know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
About it, I don't think I have anything else to say. Maybe I think.
What about Bruno and Munguia?
Oh damn, bro! I got Bruno doing it again, bro. I just I don't think Munguia, honestly, bro. Like I wrote in the chat a while ago, I feel about Munguia in this sense exactly the same about Deontay Wilder. They never should have left. Munguia should have never left Freddie Roach, and Deontay Wilder should have never left Mark Breland.
Agreed.
That to me is the most obvious example. Deontay, especially with the trainer he's got. Don't get me started with that guy.
Malik Scott. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
shout out to Tufo in the building. What's good, bro?
Not to mention you literally whooped his ass. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I feel like Malik Scott is still holding on to that grudge and putting Deontay Wilder in bad situations.
Yeah, bro. He's putting him through the ringer on purpose, bro. Here's my get back.
I could whoop you, so I'm gonna put you up against people that I know could whoop you. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. But what about the Canelo card? I know you said you agree with me. You think it's pretty good. I don't really get why people complaining, man. I mean, I guess because they're not interested in Canelo versus Skull, so I guess they won't approve of anybody else, maybe. But
I'm getting a little more interested, honestly, bro. You know what I said about Canelo. I think I've been sometimes a bit unfair towards him because he does have some big wins. He has 60+ Ws, and I don't understand why people. You know what I don't understand? Why people complaining he's fighting in Saudi Arabia? Like this is the first time that he's fighting outside of USA and Mexico.
Oh my gosh, bro. People complain about
what's the big deal? Like, it's funny because the other day I was in a chat. I was getting into it with a few bowls. So I gotta stop looking at this chat, bro. Like, I was watching Kovalev's last fight.
Yep, I guess Archer Man. Yep, Archer Man.
Exactly.
I watched that. Yep.
And I got into it because they were saying about this, and I was like, bro, what's the fucking big deal, bro? Like everybody, almost every top fighter's been there. He might as well do it. Like he's from Mexico and the U.S. his entire career. Like I don't understand. It's like the stupidity when people just look for ways to hate that don't even make sense, bro. Like I don't
exactly. Hate never. That's why. That's hate though. Hate doesn't make sense.
And I told them I'm not even a
does not make
Canelo fan,
sense,
but what you're saying doesn't make sense, bro.
Right.
Like it doesn't. Like who cares if he's fighting in fucking Mars? It's Canelo, bro. You're gonna watch.
Right. Ty got Munguia by TKO. I got Munguia by stoppage too. Broner had a chance to have a Tim Bradley type record and drop the ball back. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Irony, man. I think people are ridiculous, bro. I don't know. Like I said, maybe, but sometimes we gotta realize how much we like boxing. Some people just like big matchups. You know, it's like basketball, right? Or football. You know, a lot of people don't watch games 1 through 82. Not saying I do watch 1 day, but I watch a lot of games throughout the season, and then I watch the playoffs. Some people just watch the playoffs. Some people just watch the Eastern Conference Finals. Some people just watch the finals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people just watch the Super Bowl. So people want to see like. The people that want to see Canelo and Benavidez might not necessarily want to see Canelo and anybody else, or Tank and anybody else. They just want to see Tank and Shakur. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to come to a better understanding of that as well.
I mean,
there's no excuse. I'm just saying, like, you know.
No. I think you're right, actually.
Yeah.
But you can also do this. Like, for example, if let me put myself in, well, sort of put myself in their shoes, right?
Right.
Let's say that I watch boxing, I don't know, once a month or whatever, right?
Right.
You can come in like many people do. I've seen in many chats. You know, listen, I'm a casual. I'm not sure how this works. Can somebody tell? You know, you can do that also. You
exactly.
Like,
humble yourselves. That requires humility.
Exactly, bro. Like nobody knows everything, bro. Like nobody.
That requires humility, man. The internet and humility does not mix.
Yeah, they don't make.
No, sir. No, sir.
It sucks, but there's always real ones, so whatever.
Shout out to you. You a real one. Shout out to Ty. He a real one. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, man. Isaiah, he's a real one. Who else in here? Duh. Yo, Ty, I'm about to kick Ty out, bro.
Like I told you before.
I'm about to kick Ty out, bro. I said he a real one. This man started laughing, bro. That's crazy, bro. Hey, well, fellas, man, I'm about to go ahead and call it, man. Get some food and enjoy the rest of these games, too, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up, man, for real. Always means a lot. Always a pleasure to to chop it up with you. Go ahead, give me some final words, Irony, before you slide.
Hey, God bless, fellas. Always a pleasure. Do we have a date? I forgot to ask you. Do we have a date for Xander yet or no?
Xander, no, not yet. It's they said yeah, it was not finalized, but they said if I'm not mistaken, it said around July. But it's not finalized.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
All of you take care. I'll see if I can cook Oscar tomorrow morning. Hopefully I can. And you'll take care, okay?
All right, man. God bless, bro.
Bless.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy Isaiah, man. Give me some closing words. We're gonna let Ty close it out. Isaiah's not here. Go ahead, Ty. Bring us home, baby. Please.
This does not represent Dr. Boxing Talk or his platform. This is Bodega Ty's words only. I got Jaime Munguia.
Hey.
The man that catches punches with his face.
Hey.
He been on Forward Watch since 2015.
That's a long time. That's a decade.
But in his rematch with Brunello.
Yes, sir.
Saras.
Yes,
the Frenchman.
Sir. The Frenchman.
He will stop him in a TKO in 8 rounds.
8 rounds.
But it will be Mickey. It's going to be the Eddie Reynoso pack.
Hey, you gonna get a special Reynoso treatment, man. Yes, sir. I'm with it, bro. I'm with it, man. Jaime Munguia, my boy, got to bounce back, man. That thing was looking bad, man. Well, shout out to my guy Ty, man. I appreciate you closing this out, man. You heard the statement. You heard. Go get your parlays ready. Jaime Munguia by stoppage, man. You heard my boy. My boy, good money with the bets now too, man. Stop playing. But all right, my boy, man. God bless you, bro. You gonna be on in the morning? I know you busy.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, bro, man. God bless. Appreciate you pulling up, man.
All right.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy Ty, man. Shout out to Irony. Shout out to Oscar. Shout out to Isaiah, man. Appreciate everybody pulling up. I think that's the only people that pulled up today, if I'm not mistaken. Tonight for the late show. I really appreciate y'all rocking, man. For real, man. Oscar pulled up. Yep. Everybody that pulled up, man. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Have fun chopping it up with y'all, man. I have fun just kicking it. Have fun just having conversations. Let's keep it going, man. I will be back on in the morning for the morning show at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and the late show at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As long as God permits and blesses us to see another day, I will be here, man. Shout out to everybody showing love, man, especially those that hit me in the super chat. I truly and genuinely appreciate it, man. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with the $5. Shout out to Dub with the $2. Shout out to Ty for the $2. Shout out for Ty again with the $2. Shout out to Ty again with the $5 of the super chat, man. And shout out to Ty again earlier today. Shout out to all the love earlier today, but Ty dropped a 50 piece, came in with to the chat like a boss. Yes, sir, man. Shout out to all the love I received, man. Appreciate all the members. One time for the members. You know, I'm talking about 2 times for the members. Nah. Scratch that. 3 times for the members. I appreciate it, man. You can become a member starting at $3 a month. You know what I'm saying? Y'all big ballers, man. I know y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? That's small things to a pimp. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to those that are members already, man. I appreciate it. Keeps the channel going and growing. We get the hustle off the muscle, man. We get it out the mud, man. We always on here, man. Every day, all day, we here, man. Shout out to my guy Irony dropping the God bless. God bless you too, man. My boy dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. Yes, sir, man. Dropping the graffiti on the chat walls on the late. Thank you so much, man. Better late than never. Shout out to my guy, man. Ty Morris says shooters shoot. Lakers in 9. I'm sleep. But yeah, man, y'all be easy. Take care of yourselves. I'm gonna catch you on the flip side. Don't forget to smack that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 3K, man. We are 2,700 subscribers. So please share the chat. The channel, like the chat, you know what I'm saying? Like the channel. That helps us keep going. Like and watch all the videos, man. That's free support. But most importantly, in addition to all that, remember with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. Catch y'all in the morning. Good Lord willing. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.